Hello, everyone. Welcome on into the Dungeon Lounge. It is me, Elizabeth, here for the finale of Esoteric Ebb. I am excited. I hope you're excited. And I hope you had a good week. It's Friday, my dudes, or dudettes, or doodlings, whatever you want to be. Hey, Nox, boop yourself. Hope you're doing good. I had a pretty good day. I had some really good cheap Chinese food for Din Din, so my tummy's all full. And yeah, getting started. So just to kind of bring it all around circle, we are the finale of Esoteric Ebb. We were trying to investigate why a tea shop blew up, why we were killed at the very start of the game. No, it's all gone. I ate it. Why we were resurrected, and about the murdered dead elf, who you can see right now. She's the elf on the screen. You can see her right now. And we've got into some of the questions, but we haven't gotten answers to all of them. We have passed the point of no return, so hopefully the answers are coming. Yeah. All right. Let's do the games recap, and then we're getting right in it. It's almost time. We're nearing the end. Last time you found Maria Doc, the star witness you've been looking for all campaign. He told you about this invisible smoking person who entered into the pillar. As crazy as it sounds, you're certain you need to follow. You need to find a way into the pillar of yore. And I did do it, and that's where the point of no return is, and that's where we're going to pick up. Look at my glorious wisdom stat. Anyways, let's go. I said continue. Here we go. Oh, it looks like level 6 is the max level of the game. Well, I didn't get to level 6, and that's okay. See, they were in the pillar. I've got my spells ready, all my spell slots are full, my HP is full. We're gonna go talk to this old dude. I'm sure he's plot relevant, considering he's the first person I've encountered here. Behold, the cobbler. Okay. Let's behold him. I always roll badly as, it's a strength behold. I'm going to do, He's human. He's a cobbler. That's all we're getting. Hello. Hello. The old man works at the counter. Tiny hammer in one hand, boot in the other. Hello. He gives you a glance, then a polite nod. Then he keeps working, still focused on settling a strap from the boot. What are you doing here? Working, mainly. He is at peace. That's not what I meant. I see. As long as there are feet on the ground, there are shoes for the tending. That's what my father always said. Why is he talking about his dad? Sure, but what are you doing here in the pillar of yore? The old man mumbles a few words to himself. I'm afraid that question has far too silly of an answer. He grabs a tang to rip some leather off the sole. I think the best thing I can tell you is that another saying of my dear old father. We're nothing but the worst parts of our parents with a splash of random ego. Ooh! Oh, that one cuts. We're nothing but the worst part of our parents. Oh. I did just want to say before I get too deep into it, I mentioned I had cheap Chinese for dinner. I got a fortune. The fortune is literally actually what I wrote as in the stream title today. My fortune was get ready to do something daring. I think the game's encouraging me to do something stupid. Or I think the fortune cookie's encouraging me to do something stupid and when I play the game tonight. So we're going to keep this in mind. Keep the fortune in mind if I have any decisive. Must be daring. Daring. Anyway, okay. I hate the idea that I'm the worst parts of my parents, but with some ego. With a smirk, the old man then leans in and says, he read too many books. Where do you come from? Not from money, nor greatness of any kind. If I had to extract some source, one point of origin for myself, that'd be just a small unfortunate village on the coast. He grabs some fresh nails from the bucket under the workbench. I was born to do this, he says, and hammers one of them into the bottom of the boot. Good, fair, decent service. Because this guy is just like secretly like a god that just like, I work on shoes now. Is he one of the gods of the region? So are you voting for the election? He keeps working and doesn't answer your question for a while. Then he mutters out, "There's no perfect choice, is there?" Indeed, that's the true path for apolitical people like ourselves. Lack of purchase does not mean you can simply avoid. Ooh, yeah. I'm an apolitical asshole this playthrough, so apolitical we go. Remember, the purposeful lack of choice is a choice in and of itself. Only the truly ignorant can claim to be without bias. You do not seem ignorant to me. He smiles. So what are you working on? A Legionnaire's boot. Not the enchanted kind. That wouldn't fall apart this easily. It needs a sole replacement, new studs and hobnails. You know much about boots? I wear them. He looks down at your feet. Earth God standards. Yeah, of course. And? He points his hammer at you and says, "You know those? They wanted to send you out nailbacks originally." Nailbacks? Could you imagine? This guy's secretly a god, isn't he? Blisters, blisters, blisters. Such a shoe enthusiast. The old man shakes his head and clicks his tongue. Bank till for soft striders. Interesting. The old man speaks of an old god. Yes, from before the journey west. When our people's homeland in Old Dimenor was destroyed by the Arcanists, we left the old gods behind. Only a Viking would invoke them. So who are you? Nut, son of Toke. That is my name. A good name. He keeps working on the boot. It is time to inquire. Yeah, why are you in the beyond? Oh, I died. I've been here for years. You're dead? Everything here is not so material. You included if you stay too long. He holds up the boot, looking at its bottom with one eye closed. It's a tunnel. A right-going way, heading straight outside. I've been left behind for a bit longer, though. Just a bit longer. So you're stuck? I'd like to see it as an unpaid vacation. The old man places down his boot and hammer. Gently, as if placing his own child upon the bench. Ragan, cleric. He knows my name, but he's supposed to be dead. He is not evil, nor his hands clean. I cannot speak with him myself, sadly, so I ask of you, please, please, handle it with heart and grace. I always handle things with heart and grace, and definitely not stupidly with the spell grease. He is here, the one you were looking for. A rumbling terror beyond. Handle what? The one you were looking for. Go to him, before it is too late. The old man points to his left. Ignore the ghost. You've got work to do. Well, what should I do? He gives you the look of a father looking upon his confused and lost son. I am a confused and lost son. I don't know. He turns around and taps you on the shoulder. His hand, it is warm. He's warm for a dead body. But I know you will. You will. Well, thank you. I'm gonna quickly change my thingy. I'm gonna change it to Druidcraft. So we are in the world of the beyond, apparently. Oh, I can see like broken statues and some broken buildings. I doubt I can go into them. This is clearly the path forward. So we'll go on the path forward. Or no, it's not. Path forward ended. You see him in the dark. The last son. I'm the last son. Who's the other last son? Also, where's my boy? Where's Snell? That Duck? Is it Duck? Ducky? Oh, no, I got turned around. Greetings, brother. It's Lord Gorm! He's supposed to be dead. Also, his sword's on fire. Wait, you're supposed to be dead? I found your brooch. He bows before you. My name is Gord Skaldman, loyal servant of Earth. What does Skaldman mean? The first noble house in to be raised by Earth after the founding of Norvik, famously formed during a party where Johilda, the bard of the Silver Voice, performed for Earth, and he enjoyed it so much that he immediately named her nobility and gave her piece of the city to watch over. Her descendants became loyal servants to this day. Oh. I need your help. You see the writhing corruption on his arm. It causes him to shake. Oh god, yeah, look at that. It's all purple. That's not good. Lord Gorm! Touched by the void. So that is how it is. Explain? The paladin performs a perfectly executed fist-on-chest salute. As he does, you notice a longsword sheathed at his hip. Such a legendary blade would serve as an excellent symbol for your rule. Why did I succeed at that? He does not see you as a threat. The state has fallen, brother, he says, and lets out a crackling cough. In my grief and anger, I have made some egregious choices. Start from the beginning. Of course. I apologize. He took his helm. Aww. The broken man lifts his helm, revealing a rugged face covered in layers of sweat and ash. Gods, he says, pressing his not-so-ruined hand against his brow. Should never have come to this. I was supposed to find you for the dead Pinya, whose ghost may have told me to find you. Wait, if you're in the pillow, does that just mean you're dead? Okay, we'll figure this out. Sorrow in his eyes, meeting your gaze. How many years have you served? 5 at the towers. Then you know well the particulars of Earthguard politics. Akisam was struck by a feeble-minded spell over 3 years ago. Yeah, I've heard rumors, but what? He is hidden away in his palace manor. For all this time. He's been puppeted. Yes, the city is now a headless chicken, run by our cabal of magistrates. On a cursed evening 3 years ago, the leader of Norvik was as good as assassinated. They decided to keep it a secret. Their reasoning was simple. It was for the security of the city. Without Earth, we have no protocol on the transfer of power. None revealed to the public, at least. Why are you telling me this? Why are you here, brother? I believe those questions have the same answer. Okay, but who did the spell? Enemies of the state. They broke into his manor at night, and they got away. The magistrates pointed to cultists. I went looking. I was unable to find any proof of such activities. Who knows? Few. The magistrates, some of the patriarchs, all of the sworn party officials, including me, despite my lower status as a paladin. It's a tightly guarded secret. They are sworn? How terrible. Why are you a paladin? Yeah, why? I am not well suited to such labors. Too much administrative work. To retain my position as last paladin was deemed honorable by itself. He looks out into the void. And I was never good at tower duties, teaching youngsters and such. One of my comrades once told me about a student who tried to cast a power word spell within his first few weeks in the towers. His eyes melted out of his skull. Could you imagine being responsible for such a thing? Was that me? Oh, that might have been me. He shakes his head. Oh, that was me. Oh, that was me. I remember we remembered early in the game that time. Oh, that was me. It was me. Huh? I was the student who melted his eyes out. Oh. He lets out a laugh, then winces. Even the simplest movements are painful to him. You're full of surprises, brother. It's good that you've had such esoteric knowledge, then. This will be helpful. And why did they keep it a secret? They said it was considered dangerous for him to falter after serving for so long. Better to hold up a puppet until the election. Then we can let it sneak after someone else takes power. Or that is what they decided. I was not in that particular smoky room. Have you seen him? I have. I was one of the few to be granted an audience about a year ago. Our Lord Patriarch is lost in his own mind. No restorative magic takes. None that we are able to muster, at least. It is at times like these you imagine the small folk cry out for the power of the Arcanists. Without this mess. But maybe he's just old. That reasoning is why no one questioned his absence. However, Akisum was a shrewd man, and a hale one at that. He would eventually be taken by age, of course, but not like this. This was sudden and total in eclipsing his mind. Foul magic at work. What do you mean about the transfer of power? It was kept hidden. Clarify. Earth's legacy, his instructions. The magistrates and the Lord Patriarch were provided with guidelines for the eventual death of Akisum. All right, and how did you see them? I found them in his chamber when I was allowed to visit him. It was as if the old man was guiding me to see them, even in his feebled state. Okay, well now you tell me. He grabs his corrupted arm to stop the twitching. Then he speaks in a regal tone. Upon the death or at the behest of his lordship Akisum, a provisional government will be declared. Closes his eyes, reciting the words as if they were scratched on the back of his eyelids. This government shall have 2 years to oversee an electoral process, at the end of which a permanent government chosen by the people shall be enacted. This provisional government shall be headed by 2 individuals with shared power and responsibility to provide full suffrage for all citizens of Norvik. So we're in the process of the election right now. Well, he said it would happen 3 years ago. Or he said it's been 3 years since he's been made feeble, so why isn't the election's a year late, isn't it? The first individual shall be elected by all active clerical patriarchs within 7 days. Did that happen? The second individual shall be elected by all active guild union leaders within 7 days. Do we have those individuals? He opens his eyes. 1 cleric, 1 Asgalists. Kind of both sides of the coin, I see. One nationalist, one noble, 1 peasant, basically. His legacy. If either of the provisional government electoral processes fail, the individual will be chosen via random lottery at the end of those 7 days. None of this happened. Random lottery? Is this a jest? He coughs. The instructions included more details, of course, but that is what Earth wanted from us. Brother, that is what Akisum wanted. He was going to step down, retire, to enact this final will of our glorious god. But that's why, shit. That is why they feeble-minded him. They could not let Earth's will pass. They could not let go of power. Yeah, there's an election happening right now. Yes, that is very true. Know this, I read Earth's legacy, his last will, over a year ago. Akisum was targeted 3 years ago, right as the election began taking shape. So yeah, I was right, the timeline is wrong, they're not doing it right. Think about it, if a cleric and an Asgalis were to be put in charge of the entire electoral process, who would lose? Who would possibly want to avoid such a scenario? You don't have proof of this. I mean, it feels like they're guiding you towards the Free Striders, but that isn't the only scenario. But you don't have proof. Proof of the Feeble Mind spell? No. He gives you a very tired look. I have worked tirelessly to find the truth in this. I have used my privileged access to archives, party meetings, documents spanning all the districts. The ability to investigate all magistrates without alerting anyone to my intent. It turns out the answer was not so hidden. What was it? Dramatic silence. All magistrates have deals with the Ascani Reeds Trading Company. Okay, maybe it is the Free Striders. In total, approximately 85.5 million crowns in the form of public work investments, guild expansions, targeted tariffs, consultancy fees. Oh God, the capitalists have control of all the money. The illegal sales of Novorkian property, exclusive land licensing builds key positions within the district bureaucracies, and sometimes even just gifts. Gifts. The butchering of our beloved city. This is horrifying. Do you have the receipt? Yeah, show me where the receipts are. Let's do this. Agree with him a lot. What does this have to do with the tea shop? Do you have the receipts? Some. Barely anything. Anything damning is kept under wraps. Everything else looks innocent on the surface. This is... I'm not going to go this, but we're going to go with this is bad. It is. Brother. Eyes flick to his arm, his face contorting in a painful wince. I know well why you are here. I am responsible for the explosion. That's why she called you a bastard and she said, fuck you. She did. Pinya did say, fuck you. The elf. She... Gorm lifts his head. Stern. Truthful. Regret. He places his hand upon the pommel of his sword. You killed her. Arguably, yes. Don't talk around it. He just looks at you for a moment. The party of Norbuk has been entirely corrupted by crowns and foreign interests. He scoffs to himself. Our city, sliced up, auctioned off. Then fucking say something! Brother, my oath is not one to be broken. I swore my life to the party. A life oath? If I spoke to the press, if I spread rumors, if I so much as mentioned their foul play to a beggar on the side of the road. He laughs. Nearly tears are in his eyes. My body would reject the words, as my soul would reject its vessel, my life forfeit to the whims of this fallen city. His head falls, his shoulders heavy. Clearly there was something you could have done. The burden, the weight of this curse. Nevertheless, a real man would have been able to break it. Lifting his head, his jaw clenched, one hand gripping over the other. I should have been able to. The fact that he is telling you this tells you his soul is already lost to this domination, to dominion, to the beyond. But here you can speak. Yes. The oath is not broken. I can still feel it. But here, Earth does not watch me. Here, he does not see what a monster I've become. I wish he never does. What did you do? He lifts his mutated arm, the flayed skin pulsating around vein-like tendrils. I sought out the aberration. Everglad? Or a different... We all knew he was there. Everglad was never considered a threat down his flooded temple. Nor were his warlocks. I did not imagine he would so easily give me everything I needed. What did he give you? Power. Terrible, terrible power. He clenches his mutated fist. A god never dies, brother. They simply fade from our world. That much was clear when I watched him go. That means, with enough power, with the correct esoteric ritual, you were gonna bring Earth back down to yell at everybody. I can return him to material reality. You were gonna do naughty things to make God come down. He takes a decisive step forward. I can bring back our God. The nature and rules of walking gods are not strictly defined in any academic circles. But be wary of anything this corrupted paladin tells you. That's insane. His face grows dark. I can bring him back. 1,400 pounds of silver, branches from 5 trees grown on the soil of his birth, diamonds carrying a worth of 100,000 crowns as per his last material break. And the paladin bites down on his words. It's all ready. I have it all. An overwhelming value even for a high-tier resurrection. For a god, that could very well be a reasonable material cost. Wow, it's good to know the material value of bringing back a god is 1,400 pounds of silver and 100,000 crowns and some diamonds and some tree branches. There you go. If you want to bring back God, that's your shopping list. What was the fourth thing? What makes you certain it's going to work? A vision, brother. I know this is far-fetched. Oh, it's always a vision, isn't it? But here in this beyond, there are no limits to spell casting. Maybe I could cast Wish. The rules are different, wilder. There is an esoteric freedom. I have seen into the depths of this place in all this time I have spent here. I know I ask much of you, brother. I ask for your faith. Faith in the spell and in me, but I swear Earth is here, somewhere, close. I can feel him watching me, giving him these visions, but you said that you can't see him because he hasn't noticed your corruption. You realize what you sound like, right? Yes, I am aware. I both look and sound like a raving cultist. He flexes his mutated hand with another wince. The pain is familiar to him at this point. He seeks it out as much as he wants to avoid it. So I have given my body and soul. Why not my dignity as well? So what's this spell called? I do not care to name it. It does not deserve one. Why this reservation? A spell needs a name. Something is off. What is he not telling you? What level is the spell? I do not know. 10th? 11th? The return of a divine spark? Yes, that should certainly be above 9th. However, the fact that he does not know such a basic component tells you everything. Yeah, he doesn't, he's vibe casting, which is bad. How did you learn to cast it? Everglad's esoteric connection with the beyond allowed me to make contact with a number of otherworldly beings. They helped me mold a custom epic tier spell for the sole purpose of resurrecting one specific god. While my appearance has been tainted by the far realm influence, the spell is no foul magic, nor is it in any way influenced by Everglad. This is divine magic at its most powerful. Then why did it make your arm purple? When are you doing it? I've been casting it for days, brother. It is near completion. Oh no, he's doing it right now! Oh no, he's pulling a Watchman! Why are you telling me your evil plan? I already did it. How did you get all the components? The branches I secured myself by visiting the Cursed Lands. The diamonds and silver secured via Elam. The elves are the backers? They did, in full. And what did they want? The same thing they always wish for. Our eradication. He coughs and winces. What? The Ilum wish to stop the Free Striders from getting a foothold in Ascon. They believe the Earthfolk to be weak without them. Easy prey. They are wrong, but I played into their assumptions. To them, I was a rogue paladin wanting revenge on my people, one who needed funding to establish a network of dissidents. After a few favors, they gladly provided me with the silver, the diamonds, along with an agent to plant the necklace of fireballs. So he called for it, and then came Pina. Or rather, Pina ended up with it. Yes. I signed the paper to get it through customs without inspection. Then it landed in the hands of an elf. Pina Athena. The elf in the tea shop. She wasn't a traitor. She was doing exactly as she was told to under orders. Yes. He looks off into the void. The elf did exactly as her masters ordered. She took the necklace from the shipment on Water Lane, and she made sure the box was stored in the space underneath the temple. Wait, under the temple? There was an old tunnel there, used as a stash by the tea shop owner. Oh, we saw that tunnel, I think. Pina Athena made sure the crate with the hidden necklace was stored inside. It was supposed to stay there until the election. So the warden elf was at least not lying that it was meant to be something to ruin the election, and then it went off early. He didn't lie about that part. Interesting. At which point, what did you do? The paladin twitches as his hand appears to tense up. What did you do? Everglad whispered in my ear that morning. He told me the elf had set up a meeting with the Free Strider agent. I intervened, and it went off early. I entered the tea shop from Pillar Crossing. Past the tunnel, I found her sitting in one of the booths. She had the necklace of fireballs in her grasp. Let him speak. The elf was planning on selling it to make an escape for herself. I don't blame her, but I could not let her take it. The possibility did not cross my mind. I cast Charm Person on her, though I had forgotten how the elves ignore such effects. Oops. All paladins are the same. They never think before they act. She reacted violently, threatened to blow us both up. Again, I do not blame her for this. Before I figured out what to say, I saw it in her eyes. His gaze, no longer focused on the void behind you, now pierces your eyes behind the helm. She had already made up her mind. She set the necklace off. Fascism chose the path. I chose the end. Words leaving scorched, reanimated lips. Damn. They whisper, they beckon, they scream. She set it off. She was trying to take you with her. I cast Misty Step, reaching the edge of the room before it hit the ground. Hence what Marita Doc saw. She was incinerated instantly. Me, I made it out with seared flesh. He closes his eyes. She did not suffer, for what little it's worth. She suffered. Oh, damn, Wisdom, why you hit me like that? She suffered every indignity a person can, at the behest of this man. Blue flames, a heat and blast so wild consciousness is drained from the shock itself. She did not feel the fire, but she felt everything before. She blew just to get you. Yeah, but this one I think matters more. Here. The paladin looks at you with dead eyes. Your gut stinks. It conjoins and twirls among the eternal waters, words spoken by the gruff men. You're breaking your resolve. There is a fourth component to the spell. Let me guess, it's a shit ton of dead bodies? Shit ton of dead bodies that came to vote in an election? One final sacrifice. Of course. The cost of a god's spark. What is the final component, Lord Gorm? He does not meet your gaze as he says, the true souls of 27 of his believers. What? One soul for each year since his fading, forcibly taken into the beyond. Oh, dear gods. They will be channeled here, to this exact corridor upon death, at which point the spell will be cast and Earth will return to the rest of his people. He closes his eyes and mutters a few words to himself. You... What? Thus, I am forsaken. A worthy sacrifice for such a mighty spell. Innocent people! 26. I will be the final... You think that makes it okay? Oh, no. None of this is okay. Are you insane? Not yet. His two words are joined by a grim scowl upon his face. And that will resurrect Earth? I believe it will. I need your help, brother. Without the necklace of fireballs, it will be a grim task to collect these souls. He holds out a clenched fist, mutated flesh in a grotesque ball. Will you assist me in resurrecting our god? Oh, fuck you! Darkness in his eyes. Death pooled at his feet. The paladin is doomed. As interesting as seeing Epicteer's spell in action would be, do not follow this madman. It's interesting that intelligence is even like, fuck no, we ain't doing this shit. You have cast so many spells from a position of naive intrigue, where the forces break your very flesh apart with nothing to show for it. A spell of this value and power, how do you imagine it would end? Exactly as its caster intended? Do not follow this fool into his demise. You were watching a tragedy unfold beneath these stars. Oh, stars, the occurrence of distant celestial bodies. Thank you, intelligence. The poor man has been driven to the brink of the abyss. He is staring into it. Chronic lack of agency. A zealot on the edge of desperation. These whispers he hears, they cannot be his voice. They are anything but. Please, speak to this man. Make him remember the path taught by Earth. Your good God. Oh, we're just gonna do a little casting of Blessy right now, by the way. Maybe we need to put also this one. Enhance ability. Oh, take a breath. Take your time. Tell him he's wrong. Have you tried that one yet? Thank you, charisma. This is wrong. Okay, so we got here. Ooh! Right here. I have a scroll of wish. It could be used to treat him. Yeah. Woohoo! Wish. We have wisdom, try to understand. Argue for another path. That one is looking basically strength to convince him to stand by his oath with religious fervor. I learned about manhood from Duck. That one is still like DC 24 is still like, as the game says, it's impossible. That requires a nat 20. Oh, there's an option to join him. No, we know. No. So the easiest check here is wisdom. I could also just show him the scroll of wish saying we could just try to fix this. I feel like him doing this, I feel like at this point he would, if I tried to show him the scroll of wish, he would just say, what's the right way to put this? He would say that it is, he's too far down, like he's too far gone. He's already gotten all the components. There's already people have died. There's already this, like the only thing left is Earth. Keesum coming back won't fix the problems. The election is already blah, blah, blah. You know, the general ramblings of a blah, blah, blah. Let's go for the wisdom check. Oh my God! Fucking nat 1? Okay, I guess we're not understanding shit. You cannot. Not now. Perhaps if there was time. But no, I don't understand him. You must try, despite this. Please. Oh, I can try again. Okay, well, let's try again. Yeah, let's do it. Try again. Try to understand. Oh. My compassion! I did it. He is alone. Tired, wearied from decades of fighting for this fated master. He has watched for 27 years how everything they built has fallen apart. The paladin wants to save his people by casting himself as the villain, by destroying innocent lives despite the pain it causes him. Is this what it means to be truly good? To go against everything natural and decent? To help untold future generations? I don't accept, but I understand. The idea of like, if I can be the one to take it all, if I can take on all the shit, you know, it is not good, but it is what he thinks, despite all the horrors involved. Yeah, what's wrong with your arm? The paladin clenches his claw-like tendril. His flesh is constantly burning. I reached into the sap of the boundary tree. It gave me a permanent hold onto the strings beyond, an awesome power to wield, a terrible price to pay. Everglad merely opened the path for it, but this was the only way for me to truly gain the power fit to rival your, even at the cost of my flesh and soul. Horrendous. Fascinating. To think that the simple paladin managed to soar so high. His ascent will be a great case study. Oh! Yeah, after all this, the elf didn't have to die. No. She was another mistake. Why is his helmet back on? He shakes his head in regret. Oh, helmet back off. He feels the loss, but he has justified it. It is preemptively forgiven, even as he lashes his own back. I could have let her escape. I could have succeeded in taking the necklace from her. I also could have simply avoided the elves, gotten my components elsewhere. If I had learned more, if I had lived better, if I had been more virtuous. Alas. You've made a lot of mistakes, dude. That I do, brother. This check is getting easier, I just noticed it. Because I understand him. Well, here. You know what, the option's still there. We've got the Scroll of Wish, let's do this. You. Gorm squints at you and a piece of ancient power you're waving around. You have a Scroll of Wish? Yeah, look at it, look at it, look at it. Then he looks at it, then looks away. The Lord Patriarch has been gone far too long, brother, and wish is quite possibly a madder idea than my own. However, you can see him working it over in his dark mind. Logic is beyond this oaf. Well? I am sorry to say, even with that, I'm far too gone in this. Yeah, exactly what I said. I've done too many naughty things. I must continue down the naughty path. And even wish cannot bring back a god. It is only a 9th level spell. Oh, ouchies! Only 9th. Oh. He refutes it, yet you have pierced his shell. Remind him of his oath. Oh, strength is mad. Oh, we gotta scroll down. This has dropped significantly. It went from a strength, it's now 24, it's now gone to 14. Ooh, oh, interesting. Maybe I can make the check even easier if I keep talking. What gives you the right to make such a sacrifice on their behalf? No right. No law, no institution or sanctified right. This is my accursed choice, my evil imposed on this world. So you think doing an evil act is ultimately good if it brings back your God, if it brings back God? And do you even think Earth will be brought back correctly? Like, I know that's the idea of true resurrection, is that you bring them back correctly. And you want me to kill 26. No. Earth folk only. The spell does not consider their personal belief as much as their folk type. Any human living in Norvik will do. Ha! Please do your best not to hurt anyone else. The goblin population of Tolstad especially will have to be avoided. Let us not shed their blood in vain. I don't think Earth wants his people to die either. Of course not. Earth has taught me everything I know, brother. He was a father to me. If he were to see what I have planned, he would kill me on the spot. You know what? I'm not going to answer that. You're already whipping yourself in the back. The paladin gives you a solemn look. Even still, I pray you see exactly why it must be done. This is interesting. None of these are in quotes. This is me thinking to myself, this is terrible. Oh yes, awful. He sounds reasonable, which is the worst part. It's impressive. I do have advantage on this check. The problem is that I have to roll a 14 or higher. I have Bless, which is better than nothing, but I would need to roll at minimum a 13. I could get away with a little less if Bless is nice to me. I do have advantage, which is good, but I just rolled a nat 1, so I'm like scared now. You know what? Fuck it. We try. 13! We got it! The paladin is not broken. He knows exactly where his god is. There is the horrid truth, one deeply ingrained into the body and the skin and the muscle tissue of this broken man before you. This is a man who is throwing away everything, including the love of his god, for the purpose of reaching a better world. You can see it in his eyes. It is written in his flesh. The grandest thing a good man can truly sacrifice would be everything that makes him good. Gorm believes that somehow he knows in his vision-filled skull this string will lead to a worthy end. But he does not know anything. Because he believes that when Earth comes, he believes ends justify the means, that Earth will fix it when Earth comes back. Exactly. Lord Gorm. Brother. What this paladin does not understand, however, is the most awful truth of all. I hope I have made it clear. Our God never wanted us to pick up after him. But his sacrifices, with him gone, someone else has to keep giving. I am not only willing, I am ready to speak. You fool. Yeah, you dumbass. The paladin glares at you with wide eyes and open mouth. Flabbergasted, you dare place your burden on his shoulders. Oh! Anger flashes upon his rugged and quite hairy face. You're no monster. You are a child. Daddy, come back, Daddy, please. You, a child running up to his tired father when the going gets tough. A father who gave him everything. Gorm knows this. The intense rage now building in his chest is proof enough. He grips his twitching arm. Anger comes only from a sense of injustice. When faced with unwanted truth, a man's ego will bring him to fury. It is only in facing that ego and breaking it that your Lord Gorm will be redeemed. Yes, the city is falling. A corrupt cabal of magistrates bringing everything to ruin. I see it. You have dealt with it alone for decades, shackled to your duty. They threw away his legacy. Words spoken through tremendous temper, teeth clamped down, voice low. The insidious force of reeds. They cannot be stopped. They cannot be. I never saw him. You did. So tell me, did Earth ever tell you to always rely on him? The paladin lifts his chin and glares at you. Did he ever ask for your faith, your utmost faith in his ability to set things right in the end. He opens his mouth to speak, yet nothing comes out. Push him. Did he? No. The word snakes out of him, his face growing paler in its presence. I'm only interpreting what I've read, but I've always assumed he asked us to be men, real men, would make it through every horrible challenge, every lonely night, every excruciating humiliation. Damn. That's a tough ask, isn't it? He is. The paladin cannot form the words. He is left standing on the brink, in silence. I don't believe Earth taught us to kill ourselves so that he could put the world right. I don't believe that for a second. He shuts his mouth. He does not look at you. What did he teach us? Form. Sacrifice. He taught us to give everything to set the world right, as right we could. Is that not what I am doing, brother? You're sacrificing your goodness. For what? For an even heavier burden to be placed upon him, even if everything in your spell goes off, with every esoteric mishap ignored and his divine spark returned to the coast. Earth would be saddled with everything you leave behind. That is not... He would... Alone, Lord Garm. He would be alone against this terrible fate, resurrected with 27 dead of his own dead followers. And like whatever else shit comes about when that spell goes off. The paladin stares at the reflected stars beneath his cape. Alone. This is not a sacrifice. This is vengeance. Vengeance? Well, example, I feel very angry at my dad all the time for going outside to face that troll, for leaving me and my mom alone. Oh God, I'm getting the feel. His eyes fasten upon yours. If I meet him here, I want to place every problem in my life at his feet. Yell at him to fix it. Because why couldn't he? He's my father. He should be able to. Oh no, Elizabeth cries it again. Get the ticker going. God damn it. Look around, tears in your eyes. But I can't. And he can't either. And just as the son need not dig the trench of the father, the son also needs to step the fuck up sometimes. Okay, deep breath. Okay, we can do this. Lord Gorm takes a crackling breath. His mind is racing. His pain is growing. But he listens. All right, let's give him a moment to wait. I am bound by duty above all. Covers his face with trembling hands. Uh-oh. The last flesh you see is of tears upon his dirty cheeks. I have never known a life beyond this helm. My lord often spoke of probability. He saw them through his divine visions. Yet he could never tell me of my chances in this life. He could never tell with me, but he often asked me about my thoughts on risks, on how much I was willing to gamble, to sacrifice, in order to protect those who needed it most. He always told me I was reckless, because I would always go for anything over a 50-50. Oh no, is that me? Oh no, that might be me. I think I've done that in my playthrough. Ooh. What do you think your odds are on the spell working out? I was hoping for 50-50, but only Earth would know for sure. Lord Gorm places a hand upon the pommel of his sword. Uh-oh. Most things in life are 50-50. It is our duty to lower the risks. His voice crackles behind the iron. Those are his words, written and spoken again and again. His mutated, twitching hand on the grips of that legendary blade. I have failed as a man and as a son. You know what? Let's see. There's some thoughts here. I don't want to go for 3. He doesn't need to hear that. He's already been doing it himself. It's really between 1 and 4. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for 4. I think you are. He's trying. You got a person who's stuck and just didn't know what to do, and just that tunnel vision. You just one bad choice, and you just fall down. The spiral of bad choices over and over. The new bad choice is getting justified because you already made more bad choices before, so you just kind of keep going. You watch him clench the grip even tighter. Despite it all. Oh no. Is it time to roll initiative? Oh no, I don't think I can stand against that thingy. It's on fire. Tell me, brother, what is your name? Sascha, right? I'm the cleric. Of course. He smiles behind his helmet. He is content. I place everything in your hands. Cleric of Norvik. What does that mean? What are you gonna do? No. Oh. I was supposed to arrest you. You do not know if any of this is truly the right path, but it is now done. Lord Gorm has chosen his fray. Earth be blessed. You watch as his spirit is drawn towards the stairs. The last paladin of Earth. May the strings forget his failures. All of them. Though he will not be so easily forgotten. I just took me a second. Oh, hi, complicated. Snell! I had a hard time and I cried. Please hug me. Your companion is winded. His face is glancing from side to side in the darkness. This place is fucking awful. Feels like I've been running around for hours. You okay? No. The sling is in his hand, ready for a fight. What did I miss? It's over. It's over. It's done. Oh. Does that mean... He gestures forward. Lord Gorm is dead. Lord Gorm? The missing paladin? That makes a lot of sense. So he blew up the tea shop? Let's just... Snell deserves an explanation. Let's give him the whole dirty truth. His eyes light up. Ah, right. So it was a conflict? Gorm was part of the plot, as was Pen. They were both complicit. Pena got cold feet at the end. Right. Gorm was only faking it. What? Ooh, there we go. Gorm was pretending to hate the city so much that the elements of the dark worship was to bring back Earth from the dead. But he also needed to kill 27 Earthquakes to finish his spell, which is why he needed the necklace of fireballs. But since Penny blew it up, he now is planning to go out there and do the killing people by himself. Whew. I see. What? He invited me to join him. I talked and... He invited you? He dug himself into the pit, and there was no way out for him. So, he put that cool sword right through his chest, and it's over. Damn. Now, how do we get back? Oh, I haven't thought that far. There is a man on the steps. Oh, hey, it's the cobbler. Huh? Who's the old guy?
Oh.
Breathe. It's finished. You have chosen well. The old man puts his hands behind his back. Before you go, I would wish to have a few words with you, but no hurry. Time is still now. Wait, what? Time is what? You do not lose anything by taking a short rest. I assure you. Oh, okay, thank you. I'll take a short rest if you tell me to, Gabe. He smiles. You know who that is. This will be an interesting conversation. You are not yet done. Breathe. First, breathe. Okay, I breathe. Deep breath, everybody. Can I have the cool sword? I can have the cool sword. Give me that, it's mine now. Oh, look at that Numby. Let's look at the sword, everybody. That's the question tree. That's not where the sword goes. Ah. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, well, I've had a little cry. I've had some fifis.
Yes.
I had some fifis. Is the bubble tea here to soothe my fifis?
Chad, I did not say feces.
Fifis.
Feces. I said feces because it's like.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. It's feelings. It's fifis. Okay, let's look at this sword. First of all, we gotta look at the sword, though. Because, yeah, we had this is the insignia he left behind. Oh, a straw. I'll take the pink one. Where's the sword? Where's the sword? Why is it the sword in my inventory? I want it! I want to look at its dumpies! Consumables, yeah. Clericals. Twinket. Aw, I don't get...
Dangerous to go alone. Have this too.
My boba. I had a cry. Now I'm gonna have some boba.
You want a tissue?
Mm-hmm.
You do want it.
I want a tissue, please. Yeah, it doesn't show up under the weaponry. Not a little ritual. Oh, thank you for tissue. Okay, chat. I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
Just take the whole box.
The whole box is mine now. I don't need one. I need them all. There's more feelings coming. I know it. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself briefly so you don't hear me blow my nose. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I'm back. I have expelled my sadness into a Kleenex. I'll legitimize the beverage. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Where is that goddamn sword? Apparently, I don't get it. I don't get to have it.
Look.
Oh, it's the baby. Feral Beast is here to be a snuggy bug. Aww. Okay, well, apparently I can't find the sword, so... Any other questeling? Oh, this one. We have our take route. Let's take our route. The guy told me to take my time, so we'll do that. Oh, don't hurt yourself. No. All right. Who would have imagined such a thing? The beatings of life upon the shores, each wave another painful twinge. The heart laid square, blood in veins, fear in glands, peace on the earth. The smoking man in the pillar. Oh, okay, so seems to be before we know it's Gorm. Yeah, let's go in. Diving is down. This is up. Secret laid bare soon-ish. Which method? We're using the gemstone. A creature of of ancient breath, its wisdom wrought in divine slop. Grand vision, little love, drunk on life and its promises. She is not a force of good, no longer. Now she is but a spirit for barrels and drink. The path forward lay clear, nonetheless. And your journey comes to a close. Wait. But who is the man? The smoking man? Well, I know who it is. Oh my god, why would I pick Burr? Not, man. It's Friday, I should try to announce the Lord. Well, we know who it is. The snail must have done it. That'd be a twist. Asgal itself, it's Moongor, it's oh my god, is everyone here? It's the kitty, it's the cat, it's the seagull, that monster. Well, we know it. I'm gonna use the right answer because you know, cheating and all. Well, the missing paladin. Your gut rumbles. You do not know anything. There is no clear proof, but you know deep inside. Yes. Lord Gorm is the one. Your invisible, smoking man. What, really? Nevertheless, you need fact. You need tangibles. Your gut is telling you, no, that is untrue. Not the case. False. What, I only get one guess? You think as much as you will, however, if you wish to know the truth, do it. Go into the pillar. Seek truth and justice. It shall calm your rumbling stomach, once and for the end of time. In that you shall find the dark belly of the soul, that which hides within and spews without. Ew, spewing. As you will, as will you, the heart, that beating thing which dreams of a world without strife. One of love and community, of friends, one friend, dear, oh dear, Arjet meet? I don't know how to handle the little hats on A's. It is very close now. It almost makes you think of what you will find in a different light. Question of broader implications. In effect, why did this happen? And what is this burning stake of a quest drawn into your flesh? What is it actually about? Is it so simple of a question? The thought that causes your muscles to tense up and cramp. The question you've been asking yourself since you were 5 years old. What is a good man? And does it seem that they are all dead and buried long before your time? All right, so what do each of these do? Dark belly of the soul. Facing the end to see the light. Resistance to all damage. Oh, okay, so you get cool. And it was the word I can't say. Hold everything and everyone and everything in your heart. If there is no space, fix it or die. Oh, interesting. Okay. Exhaustion becomes a +1 rather than a -1. Interesting. I did roll that. This would have been great before I had all those death saves. And a good man. It drives you. It fuels you. The dream of becoming exactly what you were meant to be. Whenever you survive a death saving throw, you get back up with 1d20. Okay, which, again, would have been good much earlier in the game. Keep fighting. I mean, at this point, I feel like none of these really are going to matter. I'll go with good man. Boop. Back in the storm, carpe tenebras. A good man. The question still lingers. But with this, you know, one step has been taken. A step very much in the right direction. The end is near, because it's the last session. All right, any other... I didn't quite make it to level 6, which my understanding is the max level for this game, because I saw it during the loading screen, it showed the XP thresholds, and 6 was the last level gift listed. All right, so nothing left on the questing tree. Let's look at yield character sheet. So I have Communing Patron. Lady Fair, which at this point won't really have much effect. That guy's pretty much a dude. Right. So yeah, and then Unstoppable Forces. Okay. All right, well. They told me to take a short rest. I'm taking a nap. Yay! I'm immediately going to cast Bless again. Bless. All right, well, first things first. Safety save. Bless, my beloved. Oh, could I not pick it up? I didn't pick it up. I left it on the floor. That's why I couldn't look at it. It was on the floor. Ooh, look at that. A flame tongue. These legendary blades were forged during the Gate War. Many have been lost through the eras. Many have tried to replicate their power. Yet this weapon remains beyond the grasp of even the greatest artificers of the modern age. This one belongs to Norvik. But for now, you may wield it as your own. It's a +4 strength, which is generally not where I built my character. Hello, 11 strength. I am an intelligence, wisdom, constitution monkey now, apparently. Please do not look at my charisma. But it's a cool sword. It's mine now. All right. Come on. Let's go talk to this guy. Ooh. Oh, there's like stairs and spiraling. It's cool. Let's behold him. Oh, there we go. Level 20 cleric. The word cleric is in quotes. There's a sadness in his voice, the type born from years of watching your children go astray. You better not be Earth. You do not believe what he is showing you, yet you do not wish to even entertain the thought of dismissing the image of his kind smile. Wow, look at this man's strength. Look at it. Look at it. Constitution's also crazy. Wisdom is also not bad. All right. Oh, wait up. Gotta go talk to him. Oh. The timid man greets you with a lowered head. Hello. Hey. He meets your gaze. This road has been terrible. All due to my negligence. Eyes filled with regret and confidence both. Huh? Why is he talking like he's the one who... Who are you really, knight? Mm-hmm. You know this guy? He wiped some dust off his apron. I ran into him before. He's a cobbler. Allegedly. Right. A cobbler. I'm sure there's lots of shoe emergencies out here. I miss Snell's sarcasm. He shakes his head. I'm afraid there is no good way to put this, but I shall make it clear for you. I swear on it. Well, you better explain it quickly. Not sure if any of us could stay in this spooky hellscape for any longer than we have to. You are very correct, Snell, he says with a smile. This place is bad for a man. Brings him to face both his heart and even fouler things. All right, well, let him get to it. I am Nut, son of Tok. That is all I am here now. I was born in Javik, midst of the early days of the First Coast War. Its chaos brought upon death upon my kinsmen. Due to fate or some other cause, I was granted audience with a higher power. An audience which left me with a channel of strings. The communion with an outer god. All I knew at the time was the inescapable risk of staying in those lands. Pushed to action by my brother Toll, together we rallied as many longships as we could. Our savior. We saved 50,404 people, approximately a quarter of the villages. As we left in search of new land, those people began to look to me and my newfound divine strength for more than guidance. They gave me a name from the old world sagas, one steeped in bygone mythology. It is Earth. They called me Earth. Hammer of Fate. It's the guy who powers all my spells, please. Hello, hi. That can't, the goblin mutters. How? He lowers his head once more. My existence is fleeting, stuck between material and the beyond. The old man weary expression tells you, rise. I am not one to bow for. You're my god? Yes. You see, I died like any old man should, just a few decades later than usual. But here I linger on, guarding this gate. For whom? For what purpose? Who knows? Why didn't you go talk to the other guy and be like, hey, knock it off, spick? The old man laughs. It's a bit silly, really. Toll would have loved to see it. This is insane. I don't disagree. That was my initial reaction for the first few years in this place. I assure you, I too have many questions. Your goblin companion clearly wants to ask something as well. He is waiting his turn. He wants to ask about why did you genocide my people? Ask what you wish. I know you have questions. Say what you wish. This is your one chance. One opportunity to ask this legendary figure anything you want. Make use of it. Who are you voting for in the election? I'm joking. Can you see Norvik from here? Somewhat, yes. I have the ability to cast minor magic here, including a soft scrying. Soft scrying. He speaks like an arcanist. That essentially means he can peek on people and locations, but not for long, nor far from Norvik, presumably. It feels a bit tragic, of course, to be unable to interfere, yet able to watch. As you can imagine. He's been watching us, Snell. He leans back. I'm sure you're the main spectacle. Your god squats down, placing his palm towards the tower of light before him. The closer to the pillar, the more I can see, like your adventure in the city below, or your encounter with Gorgalash. You saw everything? Oh, no, just glimpses. You know, the best parts. You're lying, but thank you. You see a smirk spread upon his wrinkled face. I fought him, you know, all those years ago. Every time he would flee, regroup, and try something new. A smart one, that Gorgalash. A tough leader. He really seemed to hate you. I don't blame him. Your god looks away for a few seconds, as if using the void to take in your words. I destroyed his tribe, Dragon. His kingdom, his people, took it from him without any kind of fair fight. I struck, for my own need, and I was well rewarded. Perhaps it is a pity I did not follow through, instead leaving him to the life of an undercoast vagabond. Part of me feels I knew him well. We dueled many times. Another part of me wonders if I should have taken the risk of diplomacy. At a certain point, it wasn't that far off from a 50-50. The 50-50. Would you have taken that? Attempted peace with the trolls? Or would you have fallen through, pity be damned? If the odds are good enough, sure. Trolls are foul, unstable creatures. The answer is no. You know what? Honestly, I tried. During the encounter, I tried for options to more scare him, I think. Even if the risk is with the lives of your people. Yeah, well, you know what, honestly. I'll be honest, neither could I. A deep sigh leaves him. I do not believe in a clear answer. Not anymore. But I chose my path. He glances at Snell, who still looks stunned at you watching interact with your actual god. So, can we talk about your brother? Yes, the old fool. Earth speaks with a sad smile. Haven't seen him pass through here. He must have died years ago, amidst the epic final adventure. But who knows? Time moves differently inland. Maybe he still walks the endless wastes as we speak, looking for yours key. That is not a term you're familiar with. Make him elaborate. I haven't heard of it. Toll, right, like Tollstad, Toll Square. I heard he was a real adventurer. Ah, he was now. He was. Your god looks out into the void. Toll always wanted to travel, to understand Yor, to sail and wander. He received his circumnavigation blessing. I think they spelled that wrong. Circumnavigation blessing not long after we founded Norvik. Where'd he get it from? Any individual who completes a full turn around the coast is rewarded with an esoteric boon, suspected to be from Yor himself. That usually grants the reuser the ability to cast the cantrip Prestidigitation. A very convenient but difficult to master transmutation cantrip. It can do pretty much anything, from heating tea or cleaning clothes to creating minor sensory effects or temporary objects. It's extremely versatile, and a talented user is able to wield it with even greater forms of usefulness. Oh, hell yeah. Good old Prestidiz-a-Wizzy. Yet he could never reach Jor's point. After a lifetime adventure, he still wanted to know. That is why he set off. Toll's leaving, the national holiday. My brother figured the secret to Yor would be unlocked in the wastes. Once he crossed Really Cold Valley, which I later renamed Toll's Pass. Sorry. Man, this place is really cold. Well, that's its name. It's the Really Cold Valley. My sending stopped reaching him. The last thing he told me in that final message was, "Fear not, brother. I always find my way home." Thus I held out hope. Aww. I mean, I have a lot of questions. You see Snell shift his shirt around. I have a few questions of my own. You go first. We have time. Your god aims a pair of finger guns at you. God has finger gunned me. Wait, phrasing, don't. You know, pew. He's being cool. He's being a weird old dad about it. Don't worry about it. Shoot. I pray to you. I did. Yes, you do. I cannot always hear it clearly. It's a lot. But I hear yours. That I promise. Your heart feels... Yay! Yeah, how do you grant us magic? As you've been taught, I channel the divine through strings. Subconsciously, though. Or maybe more like instinct? I'm an old hand at this by now. So it's like, maybe like... might be a reason why I won't be allowed to move on. That I'm still needed to keep the channeling going. The contract is a two-way street. Does belief bind the god as much as his followers? Which makes me think of all the other dead gods out there, still connecting those thousands upon thousands of clerics into their sources beyond. I'm sorry if that's the case, if you can't move on because you gotta... No, don't be. I'm happy to fulfill my duty here. Keeps me sane. But I wonder if the Mender feels the same, or if Lady Fair holds down the fort in some other tunnel. The implications here are quite intense. I wish I knew more. Once I am forgotten, maybe I will get to see through this gate. Man, like, just imagine that. As long as there is at least one follower, are you not allowed? Oh, hey! There's a person floating out in the void over there. Hello? Who are you? To go wherever souls go once they pass. Deceased people who are resurrected do not remember anything in death. Maybe there is nothing beyond. One day you might gain that knowledge. For now, focus on the material. That will set you free. So you're like, I don't, like, it's like, it's almost like, are you really a god, or is he just very divinely blessed? He shrugs. I had the same power as those big shots in the divine era. Make a god. I'll say the sentence right eventually. Make a god of me or not. It is a banner I've carried for the sake of unity. If that banner ever grows useless, burn it. Damn. I'm a god because it's convenient, but if me being a god isn't convenient, get rid of it. That feels a lot like Warhammer had that same thing, I think, to some degree, where like the God Emperor was always like, don't worship me as God. Don't hold me up as an idol, which is exactly what everyone did as soon as he appeared to die. Wow, we're predictable. Anyways, let something new rise from the ashes. Not a god, just a very powerful man, clearly. A god, a spirit, a memory. So what does the red eye mean? You mean the symbol we used? That was adopted from his existing symbolism. Ah, yes, that makes sense. Hey. You'd be the one to figure that out. I never meant to build a religion, you see. But when we conquered a city full of ruins with that red eye all over the place, I think it was Og who came up with the idea. Call it Earth's red eye. Turns out it was an albino lion warlord who held the ruins sometime before the trolls took over. It was a cool banner, we stole it. One-eyed albino. One red eye. Old man points at his own very much dark eyes and laughs. Worked out fine enough. Allowed us to spend more time on public works rather than shrines. We found all these used banners. We'll just repurpose them for us now. It is a very, I'll be blunt, it's a very colonial answer, like a colonist answer. It's like, oh, don't invent a new religion, just adopt the religion they've already got. Tell them it's part of the thing. Like, how many places were like, oh, you can still keep your pagan ceremonies, keep all that, just it's part of Christianity now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. Is nationalism fascism? No. I do not believe it is. He knows this. How? Why? Fascism and nationalism are overlapping ideologies. One is a fairly new idea of a United Nations state, whether by culture or folk type or anything else. The other is... he squints. Fascism is bad. That seems a bit moralistic. I was often called a fascist. But when I read those books from Reeds, I never particularly identified with it. They seemed to hate liberal ideas, while I was always quite fond of egalitarian pursuits. In my dictatorship, I took many cues from Asgal himself. Hells, Gar's Rubrin was my brother. He taught me wisdoms beyond my years. Then there's the fetishization of violence. He had power. He seized it with both hands, killing anyone who got in his way, and structuring society beneath him in a manner that served him and him alone. Who cares if they called you a fascist afterwards? You simply kill them. I reject the label because I can kill you. It makes me think of an angry young man, left powerless, someone neglected by his village. Obviously he would lash out. Fascism seemed to me as nothing but a response to that powerlessness, especially one grown in the wake of the First Coast War. If anything, it taught me not to take it lightly, to make sure each new generation of men in Norvik were given exactly what they needed. Discipline, challenge, and a god who does not confligate strength with violence. A real role model. That's a lot of words to say you don't want to be called a fascist. He looks up at you abruptly. Yes, well. He tilts his head back down. Shame and regret. Alright, how is strength not violence? I mean, I know the answer to this, but let's see what he knows the answer to this. I wonder. True strength is, in my mind, your capacity for enacting violence measured against your ability to never have to. In a sense, this applies less to violence and more to any form of competency. A real man makes the best of himself, no matter what that looks like. He does it for himself and for the benefit of his tribe. Does that make sense? Your god just asked you a question. I don't know anything at this point. Those words carry wisdom beyond most, dragon. You wield magic beyond compare. How long does it take the average wizard to memorize a new spell? Just copying it into his spellbook? A wry smile on his face. Yeah, hours per spell, right? And you do it in seconds. That's no trick, nor is it only talent. Perhaps you have a knack for the esoteric. I wouldn't argue against that. But think about those sleepless nights, those years you prayed and studied and read. He smiles. This what you are now. This is your calling. This is exactly where your people need you. Why would they need you? I know it feels like you say the wrong thing every time. But my father, a man of many idioms, once told me, you don't have to be anything but the best of you. The rest, the village takes care of that. Oh, that's a really nice community message. You know what? No one can do everything. But, you got yourself in your little community? Aw, I do like that. He must have gotten that from a book. Okay, let's go back. Yes. I know you do. Snell, I know it's your turn, buddy. Of course, it's a god. But there's no rush. You should ask about Gorm first. And I'm thinking of how to formulate this question. You're thinking about how to yell, how not to yell at a god, but that you want to yell at. We've had this discussion. You do not like this man. Take your time. All right. He takes a few steps forward. An imposing figure. Earth. He's just an old man. But despite that, you see, he's also strong as hells. Gorm. His eyes focus on the ground where he stood. A man of principle, of bright mind and whole heart. I loved him like a son. His face contorts into a deep frown. It broke my heart when I saw him descend in such a way. So you saw it. He didn't want you to see it. Not at first. But it did not take long for me to figure it out. I cannot say where his mind was, but I know his heart was placed exactly where I had taught him. Selflessly, he would give himself to any cause. Unfortunately, he proved my teachings terribly wrong. His pain. Earth did not possess the ability to interact with Gorm in any way. Oh. Yeah, why couldn't you talk to him? You guys were very close to each other. You were raiding right by him. He could not see nor hear me. I could not stop this channeled magic to my cleric and my paladin, no matter what. I cannot even destroy myself. For whatever reason, my soul here is muffled. I could not communicate with him or anyone else on the material plane. He's telling the truth. His truth. Why would he lie? He's got nothing to lose here, exactly. He was gonna kill 27 people. Yes, he was. It's important to remember one simple fact. Nothing he did was evil. Everything he did for an ideal of good. Just like I taught him. He turns around and gestures towards the stairs. So you cannot see his tears. Look how it ended. His bones hitting the pavement so furiously. I thought I knew everything at one point. As if I had somehow unlocked the truth of life itself. It was so simple. Your god turns back to you, his eyes tinged with red. Goodness alone will bring the world to evil. The words of an arcanist, I believe. He's quoting Prax. How conflicting. But Gorm spoke the truth. About what? He wipes a tear from his cheek. My legacy. Norvik is under siege. There is a conspiracy of freestriders. The magistrates are bought. The Asgals are undermined. The Golden Horde seeks to occupy the clan lands within a decade or two. The Mender's cabal funnels riches to rebels in our lands. And my will, the plan I created to keep peace and transition into a democratic government, was suppressed. It's all true. All of it. Your god gathers himself. This was all a calculated risk on my part. What do you mean? I knew this would happen, Ragan. Or rather, I saw the odds in strings. It was high, he said with a clenched fist. Something like 4 and 5. The problem? The odds changed while I was dying. That does not happen very often. An esoteric event, most likely? Suddenly I saw a new probable outcome. This web of conspiracy. The old man shakes his head and looks very, very tired. The magistrates hiding in my succession acted as the initial spark. The rest is your history. Why didn't you just push for democracy earlier? The odds were against me. Forcing democracy at an earlier point had a very low success rate. Most outcomes would simply end up in an oligarchy. Pre-Shredderism was growing in the East, and it would have sunk its claws into Norvik. The counterbalance to organized money is organized people. I was hoping to set you all on that path. The populace was not ready, despite my effort at decentralizing and pushing for pseudo-democratic guilds. The best chance for democracy was after my death, as my final will. Until it wasn't. Oh, okay. What kind of esoteric event was it? I do not know. It might not matter. Perhaps it was a divine intervention, perhaps some remnant spirit or prophecy. Something changed the odds of my choice. Sadly, I'm not the one dealing with the consequences. So was he actually targeted with a enfeeblement spell? Yes. A Terumian wizard was equipped with an Arcana spell scroll. A very expensive endeavor. For Archisum. He did not deserve such a fate. What else do you know? I could not see who or why. The magistrates kept whatever they planned under tight supervision. They all stuff lead into the walls. Their homes are impenetrable for me or any other scryer. Gorm's perspective is, however, most likely correct. They targeted Akisum to maintain their hold on power, to avoid the transference demanded by my will. He had, just prior to the attack, been very adamant about enacting it properly, which basically put the nail in the coffin. So would it have worked? I do not know. I do not believe he knew either. I just wonder if it just would have been like an immediate game over, world is over, you blew it up. Oof. Oh hey, there's another person here now. Was that always there? Anyway, all right, let's move on. How do you see risks so clearly? I do not share that secret often during my days. Lord Gorm was one of the few I confided in with my struggle. A struggle? The one placed upon us all as gods, he says while making air quotes. We can see outcomes in strings. Bless food turned off. Oh well, maybe I'll put her back on later. Not always, not clearly. Sometimes like a play in the mind, sometimes an assured vision. But always, there are odds, a choice, a chance, a risk. When I worked at my father's shop, I would work on a shoe and see exactly how, 9 times out of 10, I would ruin the leather. As I grew better, my skill improving, the odds would change. Soon, I'd pick up a boot and see 2 in 5, then 1 in 4, then 1 in 10. Sometimes I'd still fail, but seldom. I see the odds when I do my dicey rolls. I'm stretching. Ugh. And technically, anyone who plays D&D, right? You know the odds before you roll the dice, don't you? You don't always know the AC or the target that you're hitting, but you know the odds to some degree. Other times, or over time, that simply turned into an ever greater vision, along with greater power. Every god can do that? To my knowledge, yes. Besides the esoteric might and other powers. It is not divine providence, it's just probabilities. So that's why you left. Yes. When I took my people to sea, we had a 50-50 chance of survival. When I saw Ascani, those odds went up. Every step of the way, I made decisions aimed at increasing those odds. For you? For Meek? I hear name. Is safe? Who is old man? Hello, Meek. Him included, yes. Old man no Meek? The fabric on your scarf shifts nervously. Aww. Us? Snell too. Yes. Me? Among many. All the Earthfolk? Them. He nods towards Snell. And others. I realized with such power I could protect and serve more and more people. Yet at a certain point, he takes a moment. Where does my tribe begin? Who do I define as the other? I had to choose. Why must there be an other? My choice was the Earthfolk and the exiled dwarves, a united creed, bound by this great city we built. I focused on increasing the odds for that creed to assure the security of Norvik and its ideals. No matter what. No matter what, huh? No matter what. For almost a century, that absolutism has been the source of immense life and pain. Absolutism. No. Fascism. Just like Gorm. That comparison pains me, but I cannot deny it. It pains you. Snell takes a step forward. At least you had a choice. The old man keeps his eyes on the goblin and places his hands behind his back. Not with anger or sadness. Earth wants to hear him out. You're responsible for the genocide of my people. Yes. Uh-oh. It's gonna go down. Yes? Just yes? Your god says nothing for a few seconds. Then he nods. Every horrible thing you have heard, I did. He looks around the void. He clenches his jaw and clicks his tongue a few times. Then he holds up a finger. I have one question. I've thought about it for a while now. My whole life, really. I need to ask it. I want to hear it. The goblin hesitates, then starts. Why didn't you just kill us all? The old man furrows his brow. No, really, why leave us in this half-life? Because what is this? He says and pulls at his jacket. This! He slams his fist into his chest. We're not human. We're not dwarves. We're not goblins. Take away our language, traditions, our stories. You put us in these holes expecting us to form something suitable. But what is that? What do you want? You can see every outcome or whatever. Why the fuck did you pick this one? His words dripping in sarcasm and rage. All right, well, Earth, you're up. Earth allows the goblin to end his speech, listening to his panting echo across the eternal waters. Then, without lowering his head or averting his gaze, he says, I was going to. Uh-oh. I told myself every goblin on those red hills needed to die for the safety of man. That folkmord was necessary. That without clearing these lands entirely of these hostile natives, there would be nothing but perpetual war. After establishing Norvik, when the trolls were scattered and the coast was ours, if I had left your people alone, I saw a guaranteed future filled with inevitable clashes between goblins and humans. Those clashes would lead to more animosity, more hatred, generation after generation seeking blood vengeance against an entire people. It was one of my clearest visions. Radical fanaticism, goblin armies funded by hordes of elven treasure, years of warfare in Verdun, trenches for miles, trenches, then more factions joining in over time. It would risk another coast war, simply due to the fact that humans were never meant to live here. We were never meant to take these lands. Why didn't you just leave then? If you, because basically it's like, yeah, it was going to be perpetual because you colonized the area. Why didn't you leave? Yet we did. I did. I made that choice because every other meant the death of my people. In exchange, I doomed yours. Snell stares at him, stone-faced. Okay, so we're fundamentally incompatible and you took our ancestral homeland. Great. He rubs his eyes and takes a step away. I mean, I think we're doing great. We work together. We're good. Yes, and I did see that potential. For one, goblins had a similar warrior culture to us Vikings. They had a collective mindset not too unlike the dwarves. A clan structure similar to halflings. But I mean, Vikings, this is the first time I think I've seen this one ping. Folk of Old Dimenor who live scattered among the western shores. Those few who survived the creation of the Cursed Land. Okay, so it's just the term for those who followed Earth. But the path of unity was not in any way realistic. Neither was meeting in the middle. At least, if my vision were to be believed. I don't necessarily, I think he didn't quite answer the question, though. No, he didn't. Snell turns back around, glaring at your god. Why am I alive? Why did you spare those 3 tribes, Earth? Yes, he murmurs. The answer to that is simple. I gambled. Your god looks up at the stars. The Battle of Muirgrib, Western Verdun, on the 6th year of the campaign. The leader of the Krieg Thorn is brought before me in chains. He demands a duel to the death. So I think that's one of the tribes. One of the 13 original goblin tribes. Yeah, when moved to Norvik, they were renamed. Yeah, they are what becomes Snell's tribe. His name is Kron. To restore his strength in a fair fight, I invite him to eat with me. The goblin speaks Dwarven, Diminorian, and even some Elvish. Over dinner, he explains exactly to me how they were superior in every way, and that the only reason we won was due to our luck. We had a god. Theirs died years ago. Or long ago, sorry. I agreed with him. Then we discussed my options. Kron told me I was wise for killing them all. If I did not, he said, they would eventually reemerge to destroy mankind, once I faded like Tokig did. Then each of his sons dreamt of spilling human blood. Snell's eye narrow as Earth speaks. So I asked him, what of his daughters? Did they dream of war and slaughter? Revenge? Kron told me no. Then he laughed at me, and wondered aloud what a boring and peaceful life that would be. I spent the night explaining my visions to him. He in turn told me stories about Tokig the Gambler. For hours we talked, exchanging ideas, and I proved well and enough how I knew it all. So I'm assuming this was the goblin god? Tokig the Gambler, a trickster goblin who united the tribes of the Ascani during the Divine Era, most famous for cutting off his right hand to fulfill a prophecy. Interesting, okay. As the sun rose, I saw in that conversation something magical. The odds had changed. Not by much. Not so significantly that it changed my belief, but enough to make another choice. A gamble. I gambled on a path where humans and goblins could live together, in peace. But you'd already gone down the path. His eyes are on the ground. We signed a treaty the next day. The forced assimilation of the 3 tribes was carried out. Rand served me well for 12 years, overseeing the migration to Norvik. This was the only plan of action I could see with a success rate above 50-50. Success? Yes. He scowls. A successful genocide, yeah? What's your definition of success here? The same as always. The least amount of death over time, as far as I could see, of the dead that you cared about. Let's be clear here. You didn't care about the goblin numbers until it became convenient to do so. But not for my people alone. Not this time. For both our people. He lets out a conflicted groan. Well, you shouldn't have come here in the first place then. That's what I just said. Perhaps so. His eyes speak of sorrow. There were no other paths? No, there were many, all of them ending in near guaranteed destruction of my people. You ask me what you are, Snell. Let me tell you. He walks forward towards your goblin companion. You are something entirely new. The goblin's expression goes from angry to despondent as he stares at the dead god's approach. You can never be goblin. You can never be human. You're in this mess because of me and my evil actions. The old man throws up his hands to the air, reaching for the stars. So hate me. Curse me. Then go be a leader for your people. He lowers his arm and gives him a determined frown. They need you, Snell, for the new era and beyond. Make something that hasn't been seen before. Something new. Something better. Apprehensive and confused, the goblin turns away. I don't exactly have a choice here. There's always a choice, Earth says while locking eyes with you. Some paths are just riskier than others. I know because I see the DC. The goblin clicks his tongue. He glances at the god and mutters, something new. You hear the anger and fear in his voice. Tokig would likely tell you to take the gamble. If you ever meet him, be sure to ask. The old god laughs. The goblin looks on with a complicated expression on his face. conflict dancing in his shadows of his mind. Rage and confusion. I'll think about it. Earth. A difficult exchange. It is one of those things where it's like, you're right about everything, but I still think you're right about everything. I did those horrible things. I did a genocide. I still think I was right. Like imagine all that. Imagine being the person responsible for like all the hurt and suffering of your people. Or anyone who's done something like that to you and says, but I was right to do it because the outcomes justified it. The goblin should never forgive you. Good. There is a difference between acceptance and forgiveness. You may accept a man's weakness and see his place in the world. But if he makes a conscious decision to hurt you, if he places that intent into the world, then that evil will forever mark him, and all you can do is accept that evil as a part of him, or push him away. Forgiveness is weakness. Acceptance is truth. I don't know if I would say forgiveness is weakness, but all right. I don't think he's actually saying to let go of the past. He's saying just build upon it, because you can't do anything about it, right? And honestly, I don't think it's up to him to say what he thinks the goblin should be doing, so... Well, you really... He stops himself from speaking at first and then says, you really fucked up that assimilation. I know. If there's one thing I will apologize for, it is that I am sorry. I was always terrible at statecraft. It's kind of funny, like, you know, you're meeting your god, and your god is tragically human, I think is the best way to put it. Tragically human. Snell shows the same face he's shown you so many times since you met him in that underground garden. To be ruled by evil or incompetence. Sometimes a mixture of both, I'm afraid. That's saying a lot for... Your god laughs. Too many small decisions with the indecipherable small impacts upon the odds. At certain scales, no autocratic, even divinely inspired leader is able to keep up. We will see what string you two will walk on. But if there's any comfort around this incompetent governance, I can assure you, Snell. He gives the goblin a meager glance. Lady Sageleaf is the one who truly changed the odds. Snell meets his eyes. I never expected it from someone like her. Alas, there are many things I did not see coming. If anything, your instincts are clearly a dowsing rod of their own. A dragon. But what? Earth looks upon you with eyes that remind you of your father. Aged wisdom, soaked in blood. I would like to have a few more words with you, Dragon, before you return. He steps forward until you realize your god is near towering above you. Hello. I will look up. I'm afraid we will never speak again, my son. So this conversation is truly, simply an esoteric happenstance. Once time runs up, this will not align again. It's an esoteric event. It was. Caused by me, but not something that I will ever be able to make happen again. This conversation, Ragan, he says and places a warm hand upon your shoulder. The only time you will ever feel his warmth. The last time anyone ever will. It was worth everything. But I'm just the cleric. Yes. Some might even call you the cleric. Yes. He understands you. Someone finally does. Although wizard might be more appropriate. Correct statement, despite his theological nature. I will say his casting is more in line with wizard than it is with cleric. And you've certainly been mingling with some primal forces a lot. If you want to be a druid, you certainly have my blessing. Your god chuckles at you. Yeah, I did end up doing a lot of druid stuff too, didn't I? And the flame tongue. Keep it. It served me well for many years. Gorm would have wanted you to have it. Despite everything, he was a good man. A good man. The The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Sometimes a good person isn't the actions. Sometimes even if you are a good person, sometimes the actions that come about aren't good. You know what I mean? The words cause you unease. Alignment is as objective as your, nothing but intent. A man will see it all burn before he accepts utilitarian evil into his heart. The world will burn by the intentions of good men. Didn't I just say that? Your God listens to the words with care. Is that from a book? Yeah, probably. I'm sure I stole it from somewhere. He lets out a short laugh. Well, I can assure you that evil men do a fair bit of burning as well. So in the end, maybe we should aim for a world with less tinder and oil. I mean, yeah, that's honestly kind of it. If you... Like, a lot of the times it's the evil occurs, like, Gorm's actions were driven by what he saw as injustices in the systems, that he saw the corruption, he saw the things, he saw certain inabilities to act to change that system, so he started deciding to blow it all up. And maybe revive his god in the process. He takes his hand off your shoulder and takes a breath. He's about to send you home. Ask. This is your chance. One last time. What? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna do, but what would he want me to do? My time is over, Ragan. The coming era is yours. He looks to Snow. I believe in you all. I think I'm just gonna kind of take the middle road in this. Like, I think, the whole thing is it's no longer no longer blind servitude. But it's not like I think the guy is like, let's put it this way, for all the talk of him being a god, he was a man. He was a man with a lot of power. He was a level 20. Right? So he scratches his beard. I will tell you one thing, though. Do you remember your prayer, Rogan? The one you always repeated to me at the end of hard days? My prayer? Yes, the one. Uh-oh. Oh, the prayer. You repeated it so many times. It was a cry, a pleading. It was at the end of a night at the library, after hours working the kiosk, when your body was broken past days of Earthguard training, in bed at night. He listens. Not from all. It's mostly noise, as you can imagine. Interesting. As a channel for a greater power, he must pick up on all of it. Yours, however, it was such a simple prayer. That's what stuck with me. Earth holds up a finger. One thing you asked of me, all throughout your life. Uh-oh, the feelings might be coming back. It never changed. Not once. Oh no. Yeah, that prayer is embarrassing. No wonder you stopped doing it. Your goblin companion follows this conversation intently, yet says nothing. Oh no. I'm feeling embarrassed. The feelings. He smiles. I do not promise things lightly, but I can promise you this. My son, there is a string to follow. One where your prayer is answered. I swear this to you. Oh no. The feelings are back. Yeah, oh no, yeah, I think I've been in this dialogue for like 45 minutes at least. we're still going. Oh shit, I was in an ad break, I didn't realize it. I've been so engrossed. Your father is proud of you. For the man you have become. For the man you will be. Damn. Earth leads in and says softly, you're not alone. Then he takes a step back, his eyes shimmering in the faint glow. He looks down into the water. It is time. The election has begun. Oh, shit! The election! What, right now? Right now. Funny timing, isn't it? Wait, now isn't now? But we have to vote! It's already... Shit, I got so much work to do! Your god holds up a hand. No worries, Snell. I believe Miska has covered it all. She'd be glad to see you back there alive. Trust me. Oh, yeah. Good. He is flustered. So what's going to happen to you? Oh, I'll get a good rest. That's most of what I've done here for those 27 years. I'd wager the rest of my strange existence here will be just the same. Your god shrugs. Then again, who knows? Wish us luck. Fortune follows the meek. Meek is for my familiar. He's my mimic. That is, the man who carries a sword, but knows when to keep it sheathed. Is it safe yet? Yeah, I'm like, meek. No, darn. Master, please go home. Stop talking with this old bald man. Bird stares at the mouth on your scarf. You really pick up all kinds of friends, don't you? He touches his scalp with a laugh caught in his throat. Old bald man. Meek. All right, well, I don't necessarily need to know steps. Let's just get me home. I have to go vote. I gotta go vote. I gotta exercise democracy. Maybe I have been inspired by all of this end of game stuff to not be apolitical no more. Your god holds out a hand. From it, a white drop falls. It hits the esoteric water below. Whoa. Hold on, one more thing. You need to ask. Why are we remembering now? Yes, my son? His voice echoes through the blinding light. What should I vote for in the election? You catch him by surprise with such a question. Through the light, you see a smile appear upon his face. He laughs. Your god lets out a loud and boisterous laugh among the radiant power of his divinity. I think we both know you don't really care. I'm apolitical. Goodbye, Beyond. That's very bright. Do I get to vote? Do I still get to vote? Did I miss voting? Yay, we still get to vote. The snail is here. Snail's here to vote. Is Burr here? Is Burr here? I need to know if Burr is here to vote. I also see Meridoc is here to vote. The city roars around you. Oh, there's Viskin. There's Burr! I see Burr! Burr came to vote! Flocking the streets, hundreds seek their designated polling place. And you lie on the central street of Tolstad, having successfully made it to Election Day. Shit. The first thing you see is Snell getting up from the pavement beside you. He looks pale and queasy. Why didn't you tell me this poorly business would come with nausea? How would I know? I don't know, you're the big esoteric expert, aren't you? I don't go to the Beyond, though. I figured you at least read something about it. Gods, I feel like my insides are twirling. Snell stretches out a bit, then takes a glance around the crowds. Old man was right. The election sure has started. I guess we lost 2 days, or 2.5 maybe? I don't know, you're the math guy. Oh no, I'm not math, I'm esoteric. Right, I keep forgetting. He mutters as he looks about. He's about to throw up as well. I wonder what happened if we stayed there for longer, like a month. Would we come back years later? Nah, it'd probably just be all wacky. Just to fuck with us? Just to fuck with us. The goblin takes in the sight of Election Day. He breathes the air. His shoulders drop. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong anymore. You live to see another life. Everyone, I have this sword. Don't vote for the Reeds. A relieved smile on his face. They're plotting. Right. Game plan. It's not that late in the day, so there's no rush in voting. They won't close the polls until 9 o'clock. First of all, we need to report this to Lady Sageleaf. Then I'm assuming you need to have a chat with Darrow, too. Is everyone here? Everyone? I mean, most of Tolstad. There are like a dozen different polling places up around the city. This is just one of them. Well, where's Lady Sageleaf? In the garden, most likely. Oh, if my ears don't deceive me, Nearly's playing something on the field. We should go look. You should report to her first of all, in my humble opinion. Don't want to keep her waiting. And Darrow? No clue. Probably out here somewhere. Anyone else? That's up to you, cleric. And there's no stress. Once you've got the important stuff out of the way, you've got all day. It's only 10:20-ish. I need to figure out where I'm voting. The goblin laughs. I heard what you asked him there at the end. Just follow your gut. I'm sure it'll work out. It's just one vote after all. Not the end of the world. Did I tell you when I met God? He shrugs. Honestly, I don't think anyone would believe you. Or at the very least, not take you too seriously. But you do you. Alright, let's go. Alright. I see Snail Man, but I was told to go to Sageleaf first. The Dwagon. It's Duck. I duck. Oh, and Crate is here too with his weird hot dogs. Okay, I'm sorry. Hello. Burr waves his staff around the grass, causing little flowers sprout. Aww! When he notices you, he tips his cap. Now makes sure to keep a healthy distance from the conversation. Which, you understand, his fear of mushrooms runs deep. It is tragic, really. Where is comprehend languages? Oh, I can't use it yet. You speak normal now? No Burr? Yeah, you said cleric? Ness cast tongues on me. Very kind of her. Allows me to interact with people here. Oh, it's nice to see you. Yes, it has been a very long time. And not nearly as bad as I remembered. Potentially it's simply because the weather is quite good on this day. But we will see. I probably won't stay too long. You checking out the election? I am. It is very interesting. Reminds me a lot of hive-minded peoples I've interacted with over the years. The people to sway the course of the colony. It seems like wisdom, though it could backfire depending on the general level of intelligence and individual wisdom of the people. The mushroom speaks true. Perhaps people are way too stupid to handle democracy. I mean... You must believe in people. Liberty for all! I am apolitical. You know what? Yeah. Maybe I believe in us. Belief is good, I think. He nods. It's interesting to talk about this. Lots of people here seem to know about democracy. Thank you for sharing. Alright, thank you. I love you, my little dude. I'm not gonna force that guy. Oh, there he is. Oh. Okay, that's the bard, right? Hey. Do I get more? No, she was probably gonna dream of her. Chieftains in quotes, so I'm wondering if... You approach the goblin chieftain sitting on the grassy field by herself. You notice several eyes fall upon you from the bodyguards stationed across the area. They're ready to attack you at a glance. She's enjoying the sun. I'm back. Yes, I can see that. She squints at you before closing her eyes again. Snell? Yes, my lady. Report. How did it go? The necklace of fireball was used accidentally in the tea shop. It was meant to go off underneath the temple on election day. Right about now, in fact. She leans forward in her seat and glares at her servant. Lord Gorm and the Beyond wish to use those deaths to bring his god back from the dead. She stares at him. You know, Earth. I got that part. Yeah, so, Lord Lorm was dealt with, and he is confirmed dead. It had to be done. She glances at you, then back to Snell. I see. So the threat was neutralized. There should be no ongoing repercussions. The dragon clicks her tongue. I want more details later, but good. Well done. He turns to you with a slight smile. You as well, cleric. The service you performed here is more than I ever expected. Yep, and I definitely talked with God. Right. Lady Sageleaf then looks away twice before raising her eyebrows to the sky. Excuse me, did you say Earth? You handle that one. Yeah, he's dead, but he lives in the beyond, so it's fine. He's just there. Yeah, or, he reached out. We had a good conversation, good talk. She points a finger towards Snell. I want a full report on this later. Of course, Lady Sageleaf. Then the goblin chieftain grumbles to herself. Esoteric bullshit. Agreed. Cool esoteric bullshit. Whatever. She groans. It's good to have you back. I'm at very least glad you did not get stuck out there in the void. And you, Snell. I am very, very happy you made it out alive. You are my best runner, after all. My lady. He bows. He loves her. Alright, we got the bard over here. I guess we'll just give her a quick eye while we're here. This is the one that you got really bad on. Oh, did better this time. I see. Nearly sits on the grass playing a tune carried long on the wind. She is deeply into her performance. She does not notice your approach. She plucks her strings, but they are connecting to the esoteric music machine. An interesting way to make music. Esoteric music. How wonderful. The goblin bard keeps playing to the HWTB goblins. Look, how's the audience? They're all spellbound by the melody. Mostly goblins of the Halfway Bridge tribe. Enjoying a fine day outside. Yeah, they're not about to say, they're usually stuck underground, aren't they? You feel the community. Down to the earth itself. Let her play, cleric. And if you want to sit down and listen, I think we got the time. Yeah, I'll let her play. Yeah, it is just very much. Alrighty. Who wants to talk to the Griffin? The not Sascha Griffin. Hey. Oh, I can't talk to it. Oh, I'll go talk to Duck then. Duck, are you gonna vote? Did I roll better now? Finally. Interesting, he's a paladin. Oh. So which god do you follow? It's also interesting to note, he's undead. Wow. Soldier. The Dark Knight greets you with the word. Oh, I can see now why I confused him with Gorm. They wear very similar armor. Except for the hat. His voice emanating ominously and quite esoterically from his armor. He does not say anything. I don't think there is anything under the armor. You cannot get him to speak, but you know all too well there is something here you are missing. Yeah, let's figure it out. I did it! I finally figured out. Wait. What? What am I missing? By the gods. Look at his armor. His axe. The way he speaks. He's a paladin. I got that from Behold. One wrought in rage and darkness. Resurrected by Viskin, the Lich Necromancer. Yes, a shade of an old icon. And you know which. Oh no. Yes. Borgo Darrow. Aha. The legendary first paladin of Earth. That's why the armor looks so familiar. founded the Earth Guard and died tragically at a young age. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You're Borgo Daro. No response. You're the first paladin. He says nothing for a while. He has not heard that name in a very long time. Darkness soldier. Decades of service. All to darkness. Oh my god, so he's a paladin of Earth, but he's being forced to work for Viskin. He shifts his armor, an unnatural creak reaching your ears. The coast aligns itself to the tune of weak fools, sticks bundled into kindling, waiting for a spark. I serve Viskin. I served Earth. A man needs to serve. Tomorrow I might serve another, or I return to the darkness. He leans in, his voice going rough and low. I am a shade soldier. I exist to serve and vanquish. Oh. So you're stuck serving Viskin? The necromancer animated me. I am a shade of his making. Oh, that's diabolical, Viskin. So, what do you think about Dara, your descendant? I care not for their trifling. They are a clan of spoiled weaklings. An embarrassment on my old flesh. Whoa. What about your granddaughter, though? A what? Yeah, she was a warlock and dark magic. It was great. Multiple times. She failed at killing you? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, what an embarrassment. Damn. That poor girl. I wonder if she turned to the dark side. Her entire lineage is all judgment and no nurture. I actually spoke to her not too long ago. He snaps his head in your direction. Oh shit! Your stomach stirs. Speak, soldier. I met him in the beyond, in the pillar. Earth is... Tell me. What does he speak of? You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. He knows. He still believed in the risk at the end. Then he is a bigger fool than I imagined. Aw. The Dark Knight grinds his gauntlets together. When I learned he faded, I did not mourn, for he led this city into ruin. Earth was a fool. Earth was meek. No, that's my scarf. This is why he failed.
Meek? No, sorry, not meek.
Heretical language from the shade of a man. Borgo Daro has fallen into disrepair, and that is all that is left of him. Leave him in his wallowing. But he's watching you. He is silent for a bit. Ominous. Leave me, soldier. The time will soon come. His voice turns into a whisper. A wind upon the wind. The reckoning at last. Okay, that's ominous. Hey, Viskin. Hello, cleric. Are you voting? I have already done so, yes. I'm an early bird. Good. I slept, so same. Yes, I may have noticed that. He then squints his eyes in the sun. I will schedule a meeting with you, cleric, about your trip to the beyond. Oh, hey! Oh, well, he knew I was going. He was one of the options on how to get there. The information will be highly valuable. Tell him the knowledge and perspective he can provide will be worth it. But I met God. Huh. He observes you. Repeat that. I met my God. He stares at you blankly. Then he looks to Snell. The goblin shrugs. Come by the Lich House tomorrow. I must know more. I must also thank you for completing this quest of yours. How do you know I did it? You escaped from the beyond alive, cleric. That implies one simple thing. You dealt with whatever was on the other side. He slowly raises his hand before him, forming it into a thumbs up. Hey! Well done, cleric. You have been an exemplary government employee. I will see you soon. Hey! Hi, Kraid. How you doing? Oh, the skull is here too! Oh no! Bono is here. You approach the crocodile man, a deep growl coming straight from his stomach. The sound causes you to shiver. You know he is hungry. Please don't eat any of the people voting. Kraid does not often visit during day. Not so many good targets. A few, he says and nods. A few. Kraid hungers. You're not gonna kill anyone, are you? Kraid considers it. The monster shrugs. For now, the hunt is sadly ceased. This election is not Kraid's time to shine. What's in the slog dogs, by the way? The crocodile man stares at you for a moment. Then he shrugs. Depends. Kraid is master chef. Kraid makes slog dog out of everything. Exciting. Very exciting and fun. He grins. Have a good day, buddy. Let's go talk to the skull. Hey. Oh, we're going around. Oh, look at that. Hey, Bondoval. You spot a familiar skull perched on the crumbling edge of the ancient snail tower overlooking the river. He is completely still, like an ornament of a particularly morose garden decorator. How'd you get up here? Cleric! The skull spins to face you, gems twinkling. Come sit with me. He gestures with nothing. He seems to think he gestured. Oh, I'll sit next to him. He wants to sit, I'll sit. Sometimes a man needs to stretch his legs, get some fresh air in his lungs. He has neither legs nor lungs. This spot is great, isn't it? The river, the sky. That's nice. But I've been thinking, cleric. The skull rattles slightly. I need a new doom. What's wrong with your old doom? My current alcove is fine. Fine. But fine is not spectacular. A necrolord deserves better. What do you have in mind? The North Wall. Have you seen the view from up there? Magnificent. I could set up a whole laboratory, balcony overlooking the city, maybe a reading nook by the window. The altitude alone would be worth it. The feng shui alone would be much more attuned to ley line access. Geomancy, a type of esoteric mysticism from the Divinitorum. You never got into it. How did you get out of the crypt? What do you mean? I simply walked. Okay. I live on the North Wall. It's nice. You do? Good. Then you'll have a new neighbor soon. Sure. Welcome. I'm very sure I'll make you regret saying that. You probably will. Good luck with that. Luck. Ha! Luck is for mortals who don't plan ahead. The skull turns back towards the river. Viskin thinks I'm being ridiculous, of course. But what does he know about interior design? You know what? His lair is pretty drab. Exactly. Anyway, good talk, cleric. Always a pleasure. Thanks, buddy. If you need me, I'll be here. You will not. Everything you have learned from this mad demi-lich has already been extracted. You know what? He doesn't know what he is. Let him have fun. Let him have his fun. Off we go. You're on the path that I only just learned existed. So we got over here. Okay, so that's the representative of the horde. Cleric. The hooded woman stands in the corner of the city, her faded eyes following your movements closely. I am here on but a quick task to deliver a message to you. Hello? Hello. She sneers, placing her hands behind her back. Well, don't be rude about it. Then her eyes grow light. Her voice goes deep. Any life in her face fades into a neutral, calm, emotionless existence. Then she speaks, almost sings, unnatural words. Ragan Hamlin, our speaking was a meeting of fate in my view. I wish to proclaim a future cooperation within due time if you have not changed your mind. We will be in contact, and I wish you well speed on your work. Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses.
The light in her eyes fades and she scowls at you. Hugs and kisses? The ambassador enjoys that phrase. He does not mean it in a needlessly friendly manner. Hugs and kisses back? She bows her head. The ambassador will know you received the message. But on a personal note, I suggest staying away from the service, cleric. You do not deserve to see the light of the choir. Bitch! After making her rude comment, the Western woman walks away in a decisive steps. Cool. Oh, the hag came up. Hey! How you doing? Hello, Ray! Welcome in. Yes, we're in the finale of Esoteric Ebb. It's election day. I'm talking with everybody before I resolve the plot. I have to vote before 9. That's my rule. How are you doing? Was it more Helldivers tonight? Am I remembering correctly or am I dumb? Ooh, Dark. Oh, yes, I forgot. You switched over to Dark Souls after you finished. Did you fight the Capra Demon yet? Who were you betting on? I don't know. All I know is I'm not voting for the Reed Zascani. I've learned they're very, very naughty. Who are you betting on? Is it Monster Raving Looney? I don't know. Maybe I'll just vote for myself. The Wizard King. Hey, how you doing? The hag. Aw, all right. So not a full dialogue. She's just... it's Rix. A lot of bugs. Oh, the butterfly your boss you're fighting. Interesting. What kind of bug was happening? Or was because the butterfly is a bug? Yeah, I know me and Flora for a while were doing seamless co-op on Elden Ring, and there was one really interesting bug that happened. I got teleported to like a full third ahead in the game. Boss just wasn't in the arena. Oh, damn. Yeah, I got teleported. I'm trying to remember the exact name of the city, but it was like... I got teleported to one of towards the end game of cities that it would have considered it was in the underground part with the sky was all stars because the fast travel went a little weird. I can't remember the name of the series or the city. Anyways, I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had good success despite all the buggies of the fire butterfly, which is, haha, bugs while fighting a bug. Ha! Anyways, sorry. I'm gonna talk to people and maybe vote in an election. We'll see. I am apolitical. I know, I'm so funny. You see Rick standing outside the tavern, the stone table before her covered in papers. Oh, why if it isn't the cleric? Have you voted? She lets out a dramatic, exasperated breath. Hell's bells, I completely forgotten about it. Voting was always the last thing I thought about today. She's got her eyes on the prize. The prize being economic prosperity. But yes, I should go and toss in my card. The hag, however, raises her hands and says, I voted at dawn, when they opened. For the agriculturists, of course. I like their manifesto. But they're a bit too small business-minded for my preference, but not bad. Okay, so I see you're okay with leaving hiding place? Yeah. The omen appeared to fade once you left us, cleric. Whatever you did, it removed the stink of blood and guts upon the strings. Lucky that. I'd hate to see anything bad happen to Norvik's most prominent freelance hag. Ooh, get a good dinner. Also tell me what the dinner is. I had cheap Chinese and it was very filling and made my tummy very happy. But have a good lurk and thank you for the raid. So nice of you to say that, Rix. I know, I'm a doll. Well, what about you, Lisa? I've only just started to think about it, but... Rebixter gives her a fiendish grin. It's quite the idea. The hag cackles. A nervous cackle. There is no mega coven in Norvik. That will change with the election. Potion brewing, focus on Ascani resources. That would be big business. There are many hags attempting to form something. Lots of intrigue going on behind the scenes. Now, I believe our dear Lisa here would be an excellent CEO. She's terribly skilled. She's got free strider contacts. CV is about twice as long as my life story. I'd actually have to join a coven to do that. Rebixter blows out air and waves her comment off. Just make one. Go into the communal socialist route of sharing and caring will only result in infights and power struggles. We can totally get you some funding. The Haglets will come dropping in like vultures afterwards. You'll have a mega coven in no time. Great. Always the optimist. Fake it till you make it. She winks at you. I have no opinion on this, but I feel the need to comment. Yeah, I don't know if it should be a commercial thing. See, the cleric is a traditionalist. Rebixter smiles. If you can find 16 hags with a unified purpose and ideology, able to get along without petty backstabbing, then I'd say go for it. Hells, if you find any group of women able to do that, I'd fund their startup in a heartbeat. That's also a good point. Not this again. I swear the only thing holding women back are the women themselves. If we didn't fight each other so much, we'd already be living in a matriarchy. Anyhow, I'll stop ranting now. Lisa's already heard this so many times. I have. She has. I've heard it too. He has. He has. Well, I'm gonna go see these Sphinx now. Oh, you can't. We're closed. That's fine. I have a key. The fiend thinks for a second, then snaps her fingers. Right, Olzus. Just don't go losing that key. Olzus is allowed to hand them out according to our contract, but I'm the one who has to pay to replace the locks. So don't go dying in some cave somewhere. It'd cost me a fortune. What if I died via total body disintegration? Huh. That's more okay, as long as the key went with you, but... She sighs. Just forget I said anything. Okay, bye. It's the kitty. I can't talk to the kitty. That's fine. I don't have to talk to the kitty. I don't have to talk to the cat. I just like to talk to the cat. Olzus! Your stone worked and I didn't die. Big party outside? Yep. She takes a swig of wine. I have a good feeling about this one. The ongoing change. It feels different. Might just be my superstition, or perhaps all these people I share my lair with these days. But I like this era. It's interesting. The Sphinx puts down her barrel. Or maybe it's the wine talking, she says with a mysterious smile. You know what? I agree. You've only lived for 30-something years, human? Wait until you've lived through 3 eras. Then you can comment. I'm 27, actually 27 forever. Oh, interesting. She sips on the wine. As old as the era, huh? Oh, yeah, he was born the year that Earth stopped walking. How prophetic. Anyway, how did your little planes walk go? Went great. Good to hear. I figured that emerald would work wonders. Been a while since I handed out a key like that. Anyway, how did it go? I met God. You did? I like how the first thing Snell was like, don't tell anyone you met God, and I'm telling everyone I met God. You did? How is the old badger? You're not shocked? The massive catwoman shrugs. I've seen stranger things. I've seen stranger things too. Well, I only saw seasons 1 and 2, and then it kind of went downhill after that, so I stopped watching. I'm just happy you survived. Going out beyond isn't exactly the safest hobby. She finishes her barrel of wine and lets out a sigh. What a lovely day. I think I'll have another. I'm in a very good mood today. Did his groom come to see you? The snail? Oh, yes. Haven't seen one of those in eras, literally. Yeah, he wants to revive his dead wife. He did. We had a lovely little chat. That's, you know what, that's nice. She laughs. It sounded like he wished very much to revisit me in the future. I'm looking forward to it. You're not gonna vote? I'm fine, truly. You're not lonely? Oh, my sweet cleric. This place will be packed tonight. I'm just enjoying the silence while it lasts. You know what? That's fair. Well, see you around. It was great to see you. I'm sorry I wasn't brave enough to hit on you. Goodbye. Who wants to go see a snail? The coolest snail that ever did snail. That's not true. He's not. Oh. Oh, there's Marita, Doc. Oh, these are the people of barriering. Oh, did you decide to vote? Hi, Taki. Ah? Oh, she's not speaking. What do you mean? Oh, I can't speak any of that. Primordial. She's greeting you and talking about being occupied. Oops. I don't think you're disturbing me right now, do you? She taps her hands together with a sigh. I'll just wait. Yes, now? Yeah? Great. Sorry, tongues must have ran out. Great to see you again. My big spender of a customer. Thanks to you, my supply is entirely dry now. I did buy her biggest ticket item. It was to hold in a freet. Thanks to you, my supply is entirely dry now. These last wares went to some election enjoyers here. Huh? How much did you spend? Think about what I bought. Lots of random stuff, clearly. She bows her head to the ground. Thank you very much for your patronage, my dear warrior. You know what a deck of many things is? Of course, a classic. Lots of those mystical tales floating around from the Fade era, I think. They're all lost to time now, they say, but I've heard rumors of one or two hidden in some private collection. But I have one. She recoils as you hold it forth. Please, I do not wish to get close to such magic. Perhaps later, I shall find you and ask what you plan to do with that. Unless you wish to hook me up with a buyer, though I'd be surprised if you find one in these times. No, it's mine. An understandable reaction. Well, have a good day. Oh, thank you. I'm stretching. And I'm sipping. I'm putting off talking to Darrow because I think he's going to get mad at me. Well, my quest tree is doing something. Yes, this quest completed off. After so many phrases. The voting is the end of the game. Okay. All right. Well, hooray! How you doing? Why is there a big shirtless man? The fancily dressed free strider strikes a pose as you approach him. He takes a deep whiff of the air and exclaims, "By golly, what a beautiful day for an election!" It sure is. He gives you a thumbs up with a goofy grin on his face. He lifts his chin. I've been present for over a dozen first elections across the coast in my lifetime. I've seen the populace embrace free strider ideal, free trade, democracy, prosperity. Well, in this case, it was bought with, poisoning a guy's mind, so the way he was going to have an election be run didn't end up happening. But I won't talk about that. Liberty for all. How's Narvik compare? Oh, it's quite the unique beast, I'll tell you. Free striderism is built on such a croissant concept of freedom that it overcomes cultural barriers with ease, you see. But here in Narvik, it's even grander than usual. It's like a powder keg just waiting to pop off into a wonderful cacophony of prosperity. Maybe powder keg is a poor choice of simile, but still, yeah, we did have a tea shop that blew up. Huh? Yeah, it is. He looks up towards the pillar and sighs. Oh yeah, anyway, did you ever catch that smoking invisible man I mentioned? Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna go into... Do I? He is Free Strider, but he's outside. He is part of the Free Striders from outside the city. He wasn't involved in the plot. In the sense that he wasn't, you know what I mean? He wasn't the cause of the actions that caused Gorm to go, you know what, fine, I'm gonna tell him. He can put it in a book. Isn't that? Yup. He was the one behind the explosion? Now leans against the wall and gives you a jaded look. Oh, yeah, here we go. Well, not really. He was trying to blow up the election, actually, with a necklace of fireballs he got from the Elam, but it went off prematurely at the tea shop that day. Oh, he was doing it to resurrect Earth, which maybe could have worked, but anyways, I also met Earth, who was sort of dead, but in the beyond we had a chat. It was really informative and quite a special experience, and if I'm being quite honest, I still haven't really processed the whole thing yet. The Free Strider stares at you with a shocked look. Or sorry, a slacked jaw. Oh, There was also a coup against the city by the Free Striders. You should look into that. Excuse me. Both Earth and Lorgar proved it to me by some magistrates of Norvig are actively selling out the city by the Free Striders. It includes casting feeble-minded on the Lord Patriarch some years ago to keep it under wraps. But maybe you're already aware of it all and being a trade prince and all. Mary looks at you, then over to the pillar again. Look, the Free Cities have a lot of deals. Some of them are quite shady, but we actively fight against corruption of this kind. It would be complete hells if this got out to the public. I'll absolutely look into this. Sure you will. If there is foul play going on, I will be sure to handle it behind the scenes. So there won't be a scandal. Yes, exactly. Uh-huh. Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention. He starts writing down notes. You're gonna write about this in the book, aren't you? I don't think anyone would believe me if I did. Might be good for fiction, though. Too bad. He nods. Very glad you survived the Beyond, at least. Wouldn't be too happy knowing I accidentally sent a cleric to his death. He lets out an awkward laugh. I'm happy you survived the troll as well. Oh, well, that's all on you. He gives you a wide smile. I'll be sticking around for a few more days, so we should speak more when there's time. But first you should go place your vote, good fellow. Yeah, I do need to go do that, but yes, you do. For liberty, he explains, then lets out a bellowing laugh. But seriously, we should talk more later. I'll find you. He winks. Don't wink at me, I don't like it. Oh, the pine cones are here! Hello, pine cones. Oh, these dinguses. I'm not talking to these dinguses. Hey. Speaking of Free Striders, cleric, isn't it a lovely day for an election? You sound happy. How could I not? Years of effort, all for this. The revolution aims at the liberty of all the folk among the coast, and if recent polls are to be believed, it appears we've succeeded in that goal for Norvik. Let's wait till we see the results. A wise statement. From what I hear, Free Striders will most likely form a coalition with the Nationalists, bonded through compromise and prosperity for all. Beautiful to see. But without the Asgalists. Yeah. It's interesting to note that one of the options was talking about it, that he has history as a farmer. Of course. Not that it wasn't on the table. Turns out the dwarves are difficult to work with and despise orderly compromise. Who would have guessed? Interesting that his history as a farmer. It sure will. She takes a deep breath. Thank you again for handling that surprise meeting with the ambassador so well. I know you made your opinion on a Horde collaboration clear, but on the AR side, we're of course very interested in working with you going forward. You've proven yourself a well-suited partner. I will stay in touch. You guys caused a man to be broken in his head. I'm conflicted feeling. Now I've got a lot of things to do. It's a big day. She grins, her tusk gleaming in the sunlight. Have a lovely election day. Okay. Who are you? Why are you so big? Do I not get to engage with the very tall man? I have so many questions about the very tall man. Alright, well, whomst is left to talk to? Oh, that's the Asgal leader. Oh, hey, it's this guy. There's the seagull. I have words for you, seagull. Hey. You saying a vote? Oh, look, Romulus. It's a cleric of Norvik, come to bless us once again. Aren't you the darn lucky charm of a human, aren't you a darn lucky charm of a human, eh? He slaps you on the arm. It hurts. I actually met with one of those ancient snail people. What? Yeah, he should be around somewhere. A fellow called Isk-Urum. He is right up there. God, to grin, an actual snail bloke. Alive and all. Yeah, last time I checked. I have to... Well, there he is. Appearing out of a puff of tiny esoteric spark, Isk suddenly stands beside you. Hello. Oh, I heard my name. This is the man who spent his entire life studying the archaeology of, the dead snail race. And it's like, hello. Hello. The dwarf stares at the snail with a grin. In return, Isk just nods. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, because he can read people's brains. No need to worry. I've been in stasis for millennia. I'd say that loses me the mineral rights. Snail lets out a bubbling laugh. Ah, I see. These white mains must have found something sinister in our halls, which isn't surprising, really. My kin were quite the mad butch towards the end. What? You know what? The dwarf stares blankly. Then he gets it.
You're reading my mind?
Yes, sorry. Is that intrusive? I can't help it, you see. No, very efficient. I like it. But then,
do you know where it is?
Not to a degree that would make you happy, but perhaps to a degree that would be helpful. You see, my good dwarf, I too seek a certain artifact that could be found in Tulaman. So perhaps we could collaborate.
Yes! Wunderlicht!
The dwarf reaches out and grabs the snail's hand, shaking it.
We'll make a good team, Isk.
Good, I'll be in touch. Yellow! The dwarf turns back to you, his eyes beaming. And the snail just poofed out of existence. Can't believe this is happening. Years of toil, and now everything happens at once.
Thanks to you, cleric.
He shakes your hand as well, leaving some snail mucus on your glove. I'll be sure to let you know how it goes, and if you're interested in some freelancing, I'll be sure to reach out as well. The dwarf laughs maniacally. The rust monster follows suit. Then he leans in with a sudden serious expression. And you're voting green, aren't you? I don't know. Green is Asgalist, so... I don't know, now I feel bad for the Asgals, because it's like, clearly, like, you know what? My vote ain't gonna matter at this point. Let me vote for them. Of course.
Ha! Go connect!
I don't even know if I said that right. He laughs and slaps you on the arm again. Romulus makes a screeching noise on his shoulder. Be seeing ya. Okay, bye. Can I talk to the seagull? And brr. The seagull stares at you. Does not move when you approach. Though it does observe you. Hi, Faye. The bird squawks at you. Or you can even cast Speak with Animals. It begins to take off. Making some horrid noises as it does. Could have been worse. Could have pecked your eyes out. True. My bike is still here, but everyone else's bike is gone. My bike. I still don't know who resurrected me. I know who killed me, but who brought me back? You see your bike now alone on the bridge. You wish to ride it. Now watches how you stare at the bicycle. True love, right here. It's wonderful to see. Wait, what? You cast knock on the lock of the bike. Oh. So you didn't have your key? I lost it in the river. Oh, right. Got it. So now you can ride it back home? But after I vote. Of course. Where's all the other bikes? They probably cleared them to make room for all the people here. Ooh, excuse me, I had a little hiccupy burp thing there. Good thing they didn't touch yours. Pretty green-eyed with their horses. We'll never know for sure. So yeah, why not? Off into the sunset on your yellow bike. Cowboy tales are not real. What are cowboys in this setting? A herder of cows, historically employed by the prairies of central Odiminor. Also famous for the cowboy rebellion. Let's go down this hole. A minor footnote in the early Coast War, when a union of now cow herders in Old Diminor revolted against one of the first Majocrats. Famously, they were known to make use of intelligent horses for their guerrilla tactics, including using entire battalions of horses equipped with portable rifles. Like the horses had the rifles? Now finish up here so you can do something important instead. Sorry. I'll be back for you, my bike. Alright. This appears to be another barrier of people. Anything down here? Nope. That just leads down to the plane. Righty-roo. Oh, that's the girl. Yeah, I remember her. She's the Asgal. Yeah, I didn't have to end up doing her quest. I didn't really end up doing his quest line either, so meh. What the? No way, not a chance, Dad. Uh-oh. That's his daughter, the one who's a warlock, because she's naughty. But I'm not talking to them yet. I want to go talk to this snail. Oh, hey, there's a tea. A tear, too. How you doing? As you approach the angel, she turns to face you in the air, her glorious, radiant aura enveloping your soul. Nell gives her a nod. I'll be over here if you need me. Then he scurries away. A tear turns her face, facing your general direction. The crowds are filling the streets. Voices cast for the future. Among all mortal behavior, it is this I treasure the most. Your incessant need to be heard. I mean, yeah, who doesn't want to feel heard? But hi. She stares at you with her many, many eyes. Mortals are certainly interesting creatures. You have an interesting viewpoint. I do. But who are you voting for? Her telepathic voice is silent for a bit. Then she answers, I do not know. Same, honestly. She holds out a hand in front of her face. I have decided to be a bit more human. For this day only. Her many eyes look to the sky. We will see what fate brings. Chaos. How interesting. Her heart is gleaming and good. Perhaps even green. Interesting. Bow your head. Thanks for coming by. Anybody else up here to talk to? No, not really. Let's go check in with... Are you gonna vote, little dude? Here we are. Election day at last. Little devil shows you a fiendish grin. You ready to vote, cleric? You know it. Figured. He glances at the windows. There's still time, though. No need to rush it. So many interesting people coming out here today. Plus, I'm sure you got a ton of stuff to catch up on. Heard you were MIA for some time there. The devil chuckles. Yeah, just cleric business. Of course. Now me, I'm getting brushed up on some stuff myself. These post-election months will be big business for me. But you don't know the outcome. I mean, sure, but the polling should be pretty precise. My professional estimation is this. The Nationalists will enter into union with the Free Striders. Then the city will have to face a massive amount of paperwork. We're talking rewritings of base laws, designing new community structures, trade agreements, citizenship documents. He rubs his little claws together. Stereotype. So much work. I love it. Good going. Proud of you. Thanks. Not like this wasn't expected. It's just a long time coming. I've also got a tight deal with Darrow, so wherever he goes, I tend to follow. What's your deal with Darrow? Just an informal thing. He helps me, I help him. Started a while back when he was getting started. I'm pretty good at finding loopholes, and he's kind of the guy who loves to stick his finger in them. Ew. No, not in a weird way. The devil is lawful evil. Who would have thought? What's the legal status of a god who dies but exists in a few state between worlds? Just asking. He stares at you for a few seconds. I have no idea. I mean, it's probably a gray zone connected with the general ghost business. Ghosts, gas, shades, spirits, will-o-wisps, and other spectral undead are obviously treated under slightly different from reanimated corpses, but in general it's all the same. They're illegal. Even a dead god would have to get exorcised in that case. But I imagine if Earth spooked up the place, you get a slightly different reaction. Weird question, though. Why'd you ask? No reason. Very ominous. I dig it. Hope you have a lovely election day. You two, cleric, think carefully and then vote. You can make all the difference in the world. Good day, Braxo. Hello, Isk. Wait. Cleric? Oh, it's this guy. Look, a snail man. He sniffs a few times and gives a half-enthusiastic wave. Beside him, you see Isk, who's clearly been asking a ton of questions to the halfling scholar. Sorry, 1 second. Just gonna take a quick break. Or a quick drink, sorry. Oh, you met Isk? I have. Heard you have a hand in letting him out of that stasis. Extremely fucking interesting. Thank you for the kind description, my good halfling. You are fucking interesting as well. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, this is great. As well as your favorite devil. You hear Braxo call it from the outside devil. Sure. I'm coming around on that nickname. He cackles. His cackle echoes up the city slope, and he returns to his newspaper. So what are you guys talking about? Appledent here is catching me up on your civilization's current level of research. It's fascinating to hear about the various branches you have gone in. In some ways, you are not that far away from our level, though you have gone in some wildly different directions when it comes to examining sentience. I'm writing all this down just so you know, and I'll gladly get as much research content from you as possible, if anything with you mentally or physically. Yes, that can be gladly arranged once I get my laboratory in order. Birds of a feather. Idiom. He's in a pod. The goblin gives you a look. He's ready. Two sides of the same coin. Great minds think alike. Marching to the same drum, thick as thieves. His expression now says, you know that one. Damn. Pots from the same clay, cut from... His eyes widen. The same cloth. He raises his hands, performing a classic goblin salute. Charisma, don't be racist right now. You win. Thank you. Thank you. Snur and Isk appear to have stopped paying any attention to you and have returned to debating something esoteric. Maybe don't teach him the word fuck. The halfling waves a hand. I'm no teacher, I'm a scholar. I cannot help what shit comes out of my mouth. Okay, fine. Alright, well have a good day, you two. Have a good voting. I have been putting it off for a while, but I guess I better go talk to Darrow and then end the game, because it's 11. Hey. Let's see if I get in trouble for breaking my oath. Or it wasn't an oath. I took something to him that said I wouldn't fuck him over. But I think I tried to change the phrasing at the end of it, so we'll see if that saves me. You see Coin Lord Darrow speaking to a brown-haired girl in a dress. His daughter. They share phenotype. It's just an application. You know well enough how proud your mother would be if you were accepted, Freitas. I'm not going. And it's not just an application, Dad. For fuck's sake, you pretty much own them. He scoffs. And what exactly did I buy this university? The girl holds out a letter, shaking his head in his face. Our name is in the damn pamphlet. Look, he says, actually calmly. It's the best establishment on the coast, sweetie. You could at least visit before you. He then notices you standing there a bit too late. Hi, I'm here for your family drama. Did you know your daughter is a warlock? Oh, yes. It's her. The so-called assassin. I met your god. He likes me more than you. Sorry, patron. Cleric. Frey goes wide-eyed, glancing between you and Snell. Anger? Fear? No. Her eyes are screaming. Not these fucking guys again. Apologies for the swear word. No problem, Wisdom. Sweetheart, we'll continue speaking about this over dinner. Yes, she mutters. She points two fingers your way when her dad doesn't notice. A message appears in your mind. Shut your fucking mouth and don't say anything to Dad. After sending the message, she mutters an awkward, of course, Dad, before sending you one more message. Please. Oh, her life is in my hands now. You know what? I'll do her a solid. You know what? I think her becoming signing to a weird eldritch abomination of a patron was just her saying that she needs more freedom and more independence in her life, and she needs to be free to make her own choices. So she shouldn't have to go to university if she doesn't want. The girl looks at you, surprised for a moment. The youth need to learn from their own mistakes. Like signing up with an eldritch god. Yeah, that one. Like that. There is some wisdom in your words, cleric. We'll talk more tonight, Frey. The girl looks at your father and to you. Oh, we're having a little ad break. I'll wait. This is going to be an important conversation, so I better turn Bless back on. Turn Bless back on. I might need it for dealing with Frey. Or not Frey, with Darrow. Okay. Ad's almost over. Sorry for the wait. We're gonna get through this. Alright. Ad's over. We're free. Then she walks away, rubbing her eyes. The Coin Lord cuts in. Cleric. He immediately wipes the dad expression off his face and gives you a friendly smile. I'm very happy to see you alive for one. Last I heard, you performed some type of ritual in front of the pillar. You must have found proof of your rogue spellcaster, hiding in the beyond, I assume. The problem is, our beloved Lady Sageleaf was told everything. He takes a step forward and glares at you. She knows all the details of the tea shop and has already begun legal proceedings. Yeah, I did you that. I find that highly annoying. The Coin Lord looks at Snell. I believe your lady is already well aware of that fact. Sure, he answers in a monotone voice. I'm mostly just impressed you broke an oath to do it. I wasn't even aware that it was possible, but I'm told it's incredibly difficult to perform such a feat. I just told her the truth. I don't recall. I never got any backlash did my wording, because when he made me make the oath, I had the ability. There was a point at which you could say, "I will do what you do what is in your best interest," or I will say, "I will do what is in the city's best interest." And I think that change in wording got me through, because I don't remember any backlash to breaking an oath occurring. I just told her the truth. Yes, I'm sure you did. He sighs and rubs his temples. No matter, it is what it is. And what it is a massive headache in the coming weeks. So thanks for that. Sorry. The Coin Lord adjusts his expensive robe and lifts his head, looking towards the Pillar of Yore. Now, your esoteric excursion? What did you find out there? The root cause was handled, I hope. Do I tell him that I met God, or do I only tell him about Lord Gorm? You know what? I think I'm going to stick to just the Lord Gorm. Should I tell him that Viscanism is a lich? Viscan has behaved more or less solidly towards me. Like, he is a lich, but he has been behaving, I think is the best way to put it. And he was legitimately offering to help me get into the pillar. I just went with another option, because I found an emerald before I found a portal scroll. So I'll leave Viscan out of it, but I will talk about Gorm. Lord Gorm. He's taken aback by your words. So he's not dead in some dungeon below. He wanted to blow up the election. I'll be damned. He genuinely did not expect to hear that. The Coin Lord nods. Okay, I understand. The question is how deep do we want to go on this? You know what? Sure. You play your hand, I play mine. Darrow snaps his fingers. I always knew that bastard was a crazy zealot. It's fine, but he's dead now. Ah, good. Yes, well, the election is clearly going smoothly, so on behalf of the city, I thank you for your service, cleric. Okay. The Coin Lord sees more people arriving from the hill, his eyes narrowing. This is the end of our talk. As you might imagine, I'm quite busy on a day like this. Starts walking away towards the crowd. Be wise, be vigilant, cleric. His words come across as more a threat than advice, to be honest. As he disappears up Tolstad, Snell lets out a groan. What an asshole. A massive, sneaky asshole. The biggest in Tolstad. Absolutely ginormous. Gaping, if you will. Oh boy. Alright. I have talked to everybody I can talk to. I suffered no repercussion. Oh yeah, here's the symbol that Earth took over. The big old eye. Yeah, I think I've talked to everybody I can talk to. And it's definitely past 11, so let's go vote and end the game and find out who wins the election. Oopst. Hello? Is this where I go to vote? I would like to vote, please. A few people remain in the queue, though most are finished, done with this charade. It's getting late. Your companion looks around the chamber, a faint yellow light filling every corner. Might be time to cast your vote, eh? He's going to miss this. A challenge for any mortal, but not for you. The goblin gives you a tired smile. Yeah. Let's vote and call it a day. Well, that's it then. A bit of a wait and then it's done. The vote's just the beginning, right? Yeah, that's the scary part. Nell grabs one of the fence poles nearby, leaning his body weight upon it. How you holding up, by the way? You've been moving constantly, every waking hour for a long time now? I slept. To just stand still like this. Jesus, I feel like I'm getting feeble-minded. Yeah, I don't even know I'm going to comprehend this damn day. Snell rubs his bloodshot eyes. I'd always talk to the press. Huh? Yeah, like, get us all down on print. I got a friend at the Post who'd love to write all about this. Lumiere Kolachov. She's a crazy lizard woman. I think you'd like her. Do I know her? The big name reporter for the Post. She writes articles about all kinds of esoteric bullshit and is able to turn anything into a compelling story. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to say without getting in trouble with your bosses, of course. You've got friends everywhere, it seems. It's the line of work. I never seem to make acquaintances. Only enemies or friends. He shakes his head. You know what? It'd be fun, maybe. Something to think about. But that's for tomorrow, or next week, or next month. Who knows how the city will look by then. Well, you'll be okay? I'll be fine. A nonchalant shrug. With a hint of uncertainty, I've helped build one hell of an institution here. It'll make it through, no matter who's running the show. The HWT will survive. I'm sure of that. Like hardy insects. Charisma, stop it! You've got spunk. Sure. We've got spunk. The goblin grins. Now you, on the other hand, what about me? Well, what's your plan? You will serve, bend over, pray for mercy. You will be the most powerful spellcaster on the coast. In time, of course. You'll figure it out as you go along. That'll work great. My charisma is very stupid. Snell gives you a moment to think. He's actually interested. Honestly, you know what? If this whole cleric thing was out, I just gotta find another job. I don't know. I think I've done some pretty good as a cleric. I mean, then again, do I want to stay within the institution of clericness? You know what? I'll go with this one. He shoots you a wicked grin. Well, I'm sure you've got connections. Thanks again for telling Darrow to shove it. That was great to see. When did I do that? You know, when he told you to dismiss me. That was cool, really. Didn't expect it. As you keep talking, the chamber appears to grow ever thinner in folk. You only have a few more minutes left before it is time. I gotta ask him about his political opinions. The goblin sighs. Kim, man, who you voting for? Yeah? Hit me. Who are you voting for in the election, citizen? It's private. He wants to have a piece of it to himself. Come on. Still private. But he lets out a hearty scoff. I'll tell you this much, though. It won't be for the Free Striders. You know what, honestly, after all this, good. I'm not sure how healthy an anti-stance is, really, but they're sure to win in the end anyhow. They always seem to do just that. But you're not voting at all, I assume, or... I'll decide when I get... No, or, I share your hesitation, but I'll decide when I get there. Fair. He brings out a yellow notepad. I'm not the type to write stuff down, I swear. But at some point I realized I should note down how often you make all those political comments. Got pretty ridiculous at some point. Then he flips through it. Here. Nell shows you a page full of scribbled lines. Oh no. It's like 30 times, cleric. I'm not saying you shouldn't be politically engaged, but clearly you're a bit too fixated. Oh no. It's in my veins. I suppose so. The goblin shakes his head, placing the yellow notepad back into his jacket. As he looks away, the silence takes over between the two of you. There is something. What? something is left unspoken. It is weighing on Snell's mind. He takes a deep breath. Just a bit longer, then it's all done. He does not want to address it, unless you do it first. I want to understand, Snell. Oh my god, look at, there's like all these bonuses. Look at it. I saved you from a cube. I stood up. We took a breather. Aw. I can get this roll. Because I didn't roll a nat 1 again. Snell is a good person. You can trust him, and you understand him. So what's he thinking then? He is thinking of Earth. Yeah. Imagine being able to meet the god, or, the thing that fucked over your people so dramatically. And dramatically is definitely underselling it. There's a lot unspoken about your encounter in the void. Let him ask it. You want to talk about it? I am. We can talk about it. The goblin slowly closes his eyes, relaxing his posture. He is carrying it no longer. Yeah, I have to ask. I just had a brisk conversation with the man who personally slaughtered my entire race. Let me ask, what the fuck am I supposed to feel about that? Yeah. You know what? I think you did it. You got it all out. I figured I'm the only goblin alive who's actually going to get a chance to rage on the guy. Be ashamed to let that chance slip away. But he rubs his eyes. His brow furrows into a scrunched mess as he adjusts his jacket. I don't know. Part of me hates that he got to me at all. How do you mean? I should have shot him with the sling for what he's done, but something about that look in his eyes. I wouldn't expect that look in the eyes of someone with that kind of power, who had that kind of power. That he knew from the start that it was all just a gamble. I don't even know how to process that. And how all those gods went about it, following divine visions of whatever die roll had the greatest chance of success. I definitely didn't do that while during my playthrough of the game. Definitely not what I did. It's insane. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like the second one. Or maybe it's just, you know what? Let him speak his piece. Snell places a claw up against his temple. It's just, this old man stands there, defending every choice he's made, as if he were infallible, while also showing so much regret. Like he knows how much he's fucked up along the way. But he'd still do it again. And I'm supposed to feel bad for him? Or should I become some all-forgiving monk just because he did his best? On top of that, he has the gall to tell me what I should do? Like his words are anything other than the ramblings of a dead god. Fuck, I don't know. He looks down at the beautifully carved dwarven tiles. How do you feel about it? Exasperation. Breathless thinking. There is a good answer. You know what? I kind of like 1 or 2. I'm gonna go with 2. The goblin looks up. Honestly, I do wonder if this is kind of like what Sageleaf. I wonder if Sageleaf is grooming him, like not in a bad way, but like intending to make him the next leader of the goblins. So, you know what? Your comment forces him to a short laugh. I don't think anyone could live up to Sageleaf if she ever croaks. But thanks. His tiny mind catches up quicker than you anticipated. In time, he will understand it. He might seek more knowledge from you then. I did it! The dwarf at the front of the queue yells, his voice echoing out to the now almost empty temple chamber. I finally voted! I actually did it! He steps back from the ballot box, wiping sweat from his brow. The dwarf turns to look over at the chamber, tears streaming from his bloodshot eyes. I didn't think it would be so difficult! At least you got one guy who cares about politics as much as you. Oh no, my bliss. With this gentleman done, you see nothing now. Nothing standing between you and your voice. Such a waste of time. Intelligence, please. I have to vote now. No. Oh, it says engaged? Don't worry, cleric. You got this. I have to vote. Oh, I see. They've zoomed me forward to voting time. Behold the voting box. 'Tis time. You approach the ballot box. It's slit, a canyon of possibilities. Time to cast this damn vote. The guy next to you drops in his own voting card. And he too leaves the chamber. Only you and Snell remain. Speaking of which, here. From his breast pocket, the goblin shows you a freshly printed voting card. Without any of the boxes filled in. You rummage in your pouch for a moment until you find it. Your old voting card. It's so damn crinkled. All the boxes are filled in for some reason. Yeah, I got a little weird. I already have one. Yeah, but they won't accept that. The rules clearly state only one box can be filled in. Oh. I'm only allowed to fill in one choice? That's how it works, yeah. Heard some cities do it with some type of weird ranking system, but I'm assuming it never caught on simply because it's too complicated for the average voter. Yeah, ranked ballot is technically better than first past the post, but that's a different discussion to have in a different time, not right now. You can go see the statistics videos that were published by CGP Grey on the matter of what results in the most democratic solutions, or at least ones that represent most of the voices of the people that when there are more than a two-party system. Anyways. Even more so for the below-average voter. I'm a below-average voter, aren't I? I don't think I would describe you as that. No. For multiple complicated reasons. Well, let's look at this new card. You see the Navorkian stamp in the corner. The perch. It is official. Ew, politics. I know, I'm so apolitical. The printing is a bit different from the card you received in the mail last week. Seems that the goblin must have ordered a new batch. Aw, thank you. Don't mention it. He holds up another card, looking just as fresh. Snagged myself an extra when I took one for myself. Unceremoniously, Snell then drops his own voting card into the box. But we weren't going to talk about it more? Done. He did? Just like that? What do you want? A fucking ritual? Song and dance? It's in the box, that's what matters. I guess it's not that hard to vote after all. Depends on the person, I assume. Anyhow, Snell steps aside. Your turn, cleric. The ballot box looms. Its shadow, ominous, emanating an uncertain future. Turning to leave, he instead looks back with a scrunched expression. Just gotta ask one more thing. The prayer. Oh, no, no more fifis. The prayer. The old man mentioned that you would pray every night for one thing. It's killing me, so I gotta ask. What was it? My feud. This is a vulnerable moment for me. No one look. Everyone look away. Yeah? It is an idiotic thing. You will surely enjoy hearing it. But I'll tell him. You gotta be brave, you gotta be vulnerable. That's how you make connections in this world. Snell crosses his arms. I would look out the window each night. I'd look at the moon and the dark sky. Then I would ask to get Earth to give me one thing. Yeah? He leans in. What was it? Hold up a finger. Okay. One. Only one is enough. I prayed for one friend. Oh no! Aww. The goblin listened. He gives you a shrug. It's not unreasonable. It's really not. Your goblin companion laughs alongside you. He holds out a sharp claw. A handshake. A show of friendship. A hand to shake. Be careful. Don't touch him too much. Strength, shut up. Yeah. Shake back. You give him a firm handshake. He grins. See you around, cleric. The goblin companion then walks down the stairs, heading straight for the exit. As he goes, you hear him yell out, "And don't vote for anything stupid!" Watch me. Watch him leave. Okay. Then you're alone. No, I need a moment. I'm crying again. Oh, God damn it. My fifis. Okay. Now I have to vote. You see it staring at you. Next to it, a simple pencil. You are now about to contribute to contributed as a 1 in approximately 300,000. For comparison, the textbook on esoteric history you read for your tower's initialization was 320,000 words long. Imagine yourself as one of those words. Then realize how vastly little this action matters in the grand scheme of Norvik. Yet one singular word in that tome can change its entire meaning. Vote. Vote for every person, every creature, all things in this world of yours. Vote. Okay, I'll vote. Everything upon your shoulders. As you bring forth the voting card, the pencil in your hand, a world watching. I'm still not exactly sure what to vote for here. The ballot box offers no advice. Yet you must do it. Choose now. One final time.
Is this the voting?
Hello, me. Can you vote for me?
Sounds important. Methinks Master will choose good.
This is difficult. Thank you, Meek.
Yes, big thanks to me.
Your talking scarf morphs back into a not talking scarf. The ballot box calls to you. I think I have 2 friends. I think Meek is also my friend. You can delay it no longer. I wonder what's going to happen in Norvik. Difficult to say. Chaos, order breaking down, complete chaos, collapse. Or more logically, nothing at all, since nothing ever really changes from the banalities like democracy. The city will live on. It has dealt with bigger issues in the past, and it will survive worse disasters in the future. You will make sure of it. There will be good days ahead, for you and all the folk of this wonderful city. Now vote already! Okay, I'm sorry. You grasp the thin card. All right. Vote for me. Vote for Snell. All right. Vote for the cleric. These are both votes for me. Oh, God. I did say that guy was going to vote for Asgal. And they did kind of get fucked over by all the stuff that happened in this game, didn't they? That's not how you're supposed to do it. God damn it. Fine, Asgal. You fill out the box with a heavy heart. For the ones who fall behind. For the ones who want to build an egalitarian dream. You are a good person. Thank you, Wisdom. Hold up the card. Yes. You hold the card in your hand, the ballot box below. A symbol for everything you are, everything you can be. Once you put this voting card inside that box. Has this game just been a very long way of making sure that, like, hey, go vote. Fucking vote. Is this a propaganda thing about voting? You have already made your choice. Now follow the string. 50%. Oh, it changed a little bit for a second there. Oh. So who won? What's happening? Who won the election? Do I not get to know the results? Is there a post-credit scene? Oh, we're finally here. The credits are happening. Everyone be sure to send your telepathic thank yous to everybody who worked on the game, because they all did good jobs. Maybe it was more about the journey and not the destination. Oh, a song. Oh, I like this. I like the beat. That's nice. But yeah, we did it, everybody. We beat Esoteric Ebb. I'm clapping for me. And you guys did a good job too. Thank you for keeping me company along the way. Yeah. So what did you guys think of the game? Your thoughts, your feelings? Overall, I liked it. I will say sometimes the politics stuff was a little bit, but I really like the setting. I really like the world building of this. Like, let's put it this way: if these guys do a sequel, like with more of this world, I am down. I am here for it. I would love to see it. That's a really long name. Looked interesting. Yeah, for sure. I'm like, let's put it this way: I would really like to sit alongside and watch your playthrough. Just because, like, you know, kind of like when you watch me play Disco Elysium, like just seeing how you react to, and how differently you're going to react to things that I probably react one way to, right? Oh, this song took an interesting turn. Now we've got some screamy vocals. Oh, hello, musicians. Mo. Just mo. See, dear. I'm guessing these are more usernames than... Yeah. Sleep party people. I'm a sleep people. I don't know if I'm a party people, though. But yeah, like I do like how they really did, I think, a good job of trying to like accommodate all the things you could potentially do. Like there was some frustrating moments. Oh, yeah, by all means, I hope you enjoyed. But thank you very much for hanging out. There was definitely like a lot of points at which like you could get some really interesting spell combinations and how they would interact with like the combats and things like that. And Grease, obviously MVP. I did a lot of good work with Grease. As in, I made people slip and I didn't die. Teehee. Post credits? Figure out how the election went? I guess we don't get to find out. I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's kind of what they said, you know, the election happens, but the world goes on. Oh, Mugo was here. I forgot to say hi to her. Raw Fury. Sorry. I just think that's fun to say. That's okay. Moongori didn't like me. There's Snell. Hey, it's my one friend. But that's not true. There's also Meek. I like Meek. And I think, like, Burr's kind of a friend. Oh, I forgot to talk to Nessun. Ah, well. Nessun's proud of me. She liked me. She thought it was cool. I think the game overall had a good build, and I think it was pretty good with how it handled. There's Pina. I knew it. There she is. Did I get vengeance for you? I didn't call him an asshole, but I didn't tell him to go fuck himself either. But I think I still did. I think I still did good by her. I hope I did, anyways. It is one thing, like, I mentioned this a few times already, but I think if they ever get our Disco Elysium interesting, special thanks to our Disco Elysium. Yes. Look at all that tea. All the tea. But, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, those are definitely, I can definitely see those influence. Definitely, like, Disco Elysium is the big one, so is D&D. The point and click, yeah. All right. Well, there we are. We're at the end. It's over. Aw. Oh, I like that they put a little message there at the end. 8 years, damn. 8 years of trial and error, of burning savings, of ignoring good advice, and desperately slamming fingers on keyboards until something clicked. Despite that, all of this is only possible thanks to the support of everyone. I was reading! Well, now I don't know what he was going to say. It booped away. With that, we end today's session. It's been an honor to DM for you over the course of this adventure. Your cleric has been incredibly interesting to watch. That's a compliment. I don't know if it is, but okay, thanks. And don't forget about your new buddy, Isk. I won't. He will have to seek out terrifyingly powerful magic in order to bring back his dear wife. You think he can do it? Maybe you'll have to help him out. Maybe if there's a 2. When it comes to Meek, you've obviously got a familiar for life. I know, he's my bro. Though you better keep an eye out. That old master of his is definitely still around. Maybe you'll even get to have a chat with him at some point. What, Hagen Shags? Fuck that guy. Meek is my new friend. You can't have him. Then there are questions surrounding those lost mines Exile was looking for. That sounds like a higher tier dungeon to me. We're getting our epilogue now. Maybe that strange key to nowhere has something to do with it. We'll just have to wait to see. Ooh. No matter what, the Golden Horde will keep a watchful, radiating eye on this city of yours. Wonderful. And that eye might end up fixated on you because of how you played in that meeting. It'll be exciting to see. Ultimately, though, I am most intrigued by your encounter with Earth. Yeah? For Snell, it was a meeting with the horrors of the past. It was. For the cleric, it must have made a lasting impression. One that will shape his future and the era to come. Are we going to end the ebb? Speaking of which, when the election done, I feel like this campaign needs a time skip. Couple of months? Years? A time skip. Are we going to have a beach episode? Norvik is heading into tumultuous times, but your wonderfully apolitical cleric will surely find himself at home in the chaos. I can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you. Well, I'm eager to see what you do next in terms of your next campaign. What's a little bubble? Hello? Oh, goodbye. I hope that wasn't clickable. Hey, well, that's it. The game's officially done. And I'm going to have to figure out something to do next week. I have no idea what I'm going to play next week. If you have thoughts and or feelings, feel free to either drop them here now in chat or here comes. You can go to our socials and go to our Discord. And there you can put your thoughts and feelings about what game I should play next. I reserve the right to disregard every suggestion I receive and do whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, definitely go to our socials. Ha ha ha. And yeah, taking it from there in terms of what's coming up for the rest of the week in the Dungeon Lounge. Time to wrap this thing up. Definitely went over time. No stream on Saturday as usual, but on Sunday, you're going to have 3 of the Dungeon Lounge, if all goes to plan. Myself, Grim, and Sascha. Please be excited. We're hoping to play some more Dungeon Crawler, but, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Following that, I'll be back next week on Tuesday with more Silent Hill F. Gonna work on those extra endings. And then Grim will be here on Thursday at 2 with more Slay the Spire. And then we're back around to next Friday where I have no idea what the fucky I'm doing. It is a mystery to all of us. But yeah. Again, I've already dropped the link to socials. Please consider going through those if you'd like. And with all that, it's time to sign off and find someone to raid. Do. All right. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people live. Okie dokie. Oh, let's go bother Remy Neko. I haven't been able to raid over to them for a while. I don't recognize what they are playing right now, but that's okay. We can find out when we get there. So, it looks to appear to be a way to learn the Japanese language. Ooh, well, I'm a weeb. I'm down for that. All right, here we go. Get that rig going. Thank you guys for hanging out on today's stream. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I'm sorry for all the crying. I will do it again in another game. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon. Take care of yourselves,